Saturday, a dynamic young star returns to his native England to face a punishing veteran. Till versus Masvidal. Saturday is UFC Fight Night on ESPN+.
Off their stay in Brandon with a win, Quebec have hit a speed bump, dropping their last two. So can Cret and company right their ship before it's too late as the Tim Hortons Brier continues. Well, it has gotten milder, which we appreciate, but now looking forward to the rest of the week. Bright, sunny skies, the forecast for Brandon as people make their way into the Keystone Center in Westova Place. Let's catch you up on what happened this morning. The teams in Pool B were on the ice. Featured game BC against Team Canada. Both coming in with two straight wins, sixth and Raguju trying to make it three straight Canadian championships. Makes this. There they are. Three more as he goes on to the win over Jim Cotter out of Vernon. Alberta got a scare from New Brunswick. That isn't representative. They stole 4 in 10 for their 12 points. Nova Scotia wins by 1, and Ontario finally picks up the win, 9-2 over Nunavut. So as we check the standings now, team and Pool B on the ice this morning. There you see the undefeated teams. Now we're turning our attention, of course, to Pool A with Northern Ontario wildcard and Manitoba top of the table. As on this Monday afternoon, we say hello Canada, welcome back to Brendan. Cheryl Russell alongside. Yes, now so it is Pool A, and our featured game is Quebec against Saskatchewan. When you think about it and you look at those standings as we just did for Quebec and Saskatchewan, this is, for all intents and purposes, for fourth place.
Well, it is, and you look for Quebec, Northern Ontario, Manitoba, wild card, leading the pack in the standings. This game is probably for fourth spot, so that's what you're focused on, but so is Saskatchewan. And I look at Martin Cret. This is his first time skipping since juniors. He looks very comfortable out there, but he's going to need some support from his third, Philippe Lemay.
First time since 1986. That's 33 years ago that a Myers is skipping Saskatchewan. Dad Lyle, then he's coaching the team. His son Kurt is the skip now.
And that's the key question here is Kurt himself. He's always been a wonderful shot maker, unbelievable young hitting team here. But can you sit in the hack and throw that 80th, the most important rock, to win or lose a game? You can't teach that. Kurt, I was there at the provincials in Saskatchewan. In fact, Kurt drew the pin to win the semifinal, or he's gone. Drew the forfeit to beat Dunstone to get here. That's the difference here with the Saskatchewan team.
So it is a must-win, you would think. The winner here has a stranglehold on that fourth playoff spot. Quebec, Saskatchewan, when we come back.
When I kind of took on this role as the skip, I knew that was kind of part of the territory, and that's why I was excited about it. It's another added layer of pressure, nerves, all of it.
It's an awesome feeling to represent your province here and to have the chance to represent Quebec for the 8th time now, and to be here at the Brier. It's a true honor.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by New Holland, #TogetherBlue.
Quebec, Saskatchewan on this Monday afternoon. Tim Hortons, Brier and Brandon. Time to meet the teams now. And it's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Saskatchewan out of the Nutana Curling Club, Saskatoon, skipped by 28-year-old Kirk Myers. His brother down is at lead. And then we have the twins, the Marshes, Kevin and Daniel. Team Quebec are from the Etchemin Curling Club. That is in Lévis, Quebec, across from Quebec City. 33-year-old Martin Crête with Philippe Ménard, Eric Sylvain, and Philippe Lemay. Well, tie up those shoes nice and tight because this could be the game for fourth place in the group and a chance to advance as Myers puts his brush down. He'll throw the red stones. Quebec has won the draw to the button. They will have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow. And to get us underway, the Saskatchewan lead is Dallin Myers.
Well, it's also could be a game for fourth spot, but as well, you just don't want to take any more losses in. And more important for Quebec as well, they're already at the 2 losses.
Yeah, there's not a huge prize for getting through to the championship pool. You want to get on to the final 4, and the only way you're going to do that is go maybe 8-3 is what everybody always shoots for, because 7-4 might not get you in. So, as you say, Cheryl, you lose 2 or 3 in this first round robin, then you play the 4 best from the other side. You're in trouble. So
you take your record with you, Russ, and so you play the 7 within the group, then you move on, top 4 from each group, and then of course the top 4 into the Page playoff. So this round robin will end as of Wednesday night. So that first stone from Saskatchewan goes a little deep. This one will find the top of the rings. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we'll start with Saskatchewan.
Well, the twin powers in the middle of the lineup on the other side of the Saskatchewan lineup, Danny and Kevin Marsh, unbelievable numbers here for 2 rookies here too, Vic, which is amazing. Dan's actually number 1 at the second position and a massive 16% advantage over their opponents in this game. That should be the difference. And they hit like they win. They always have. There's a lot of wind in Saskatchewan. These guys can hit.
Real nice. Attaboy, nice throw. Threw it real good. Good weight.
Now the keys for Quebec and Martin Crête.
Well, as I said in the opening, it's been 12 years since Martin has skipped and been at the tee head. But it's not only the shot making that it's critical, it's how to call a game for the 3 in front of you so that they have the success. And also for Philippe Lemay at the 3rd position, he's kind of been slowly running out of gas. He started in the 80s, he's now down to the mid-50s, and his specific struggle has been the hit game.
That would be Philippe the tank. The keys to the game are brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it.
Even a 3 is good. Let's play for
if you have to explain it, it's just okay.
Way to go, Russ.
I thought he'd like it, and then I was going to take credit for it.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Good. I got Max. I got a little heavy. Yeah. Max.
Yeah, huge discrepancy. I know it's early in the week. We don't have a lot of numbers to go by, but 16% in the middle of the lineup difference is unheard of. So Quebec has to pick up their game.
Pushing 5, Kirk. Be here, guys. Yeah, no, it's not going to curl. It's way more than that, Kirk. Pushing 5. To go, Rick. Easy. Yeah.
Well, we have Philippe Ménard, of course, at the lead now. Eric Sylvain at 2nd. They are as well holdovers as Martin is from the days of Jean-Michel Ménard.
Okay.
But with Martin Crête now skipping, we say good afternoon, Kathy Gauthier. This is a team and really a team work in progress.
Well, it is. Martin Crête said that he and Jean-Michel, after 12 years together, were like an old horse. just very comfortable. And this is a year of adaptation. It's a year where he said the 5-rock rule has caused them some thoughts. He's moved up to skip and the challenges that come with that. But for Philippe Lemay, it is also a change, moving up from second to third. And all of that has caused a little bit of challenges. He did say that it is not the strategy to play out here that's the bigger concern. It has been execution. Doesn't really matter what he calls. He said if we're not making the shots, that's the problem.
I had a chance, you and I were chatting, I was talking to Philippe Lemay, who throws the third stones, as we watch Eric Sylvain. And Lemay on the brush. Got it and runs it by. There is one of the reasons, that's one of the big things Lemay said to Russ, the difference in the game. When you come back, he said, first of all, the athletes, are that much better. Yep. Those kind of shots, you just don't run it back. You run it back to stick it.
Yes.
And the execution from when he played a number of years ago is that much better.
Yeah, the brushing's that much better. They can get it to go. We watched Team Wildcard there with the great front end the Botcher has. They can make maybe on a hit like that, maybe make it curl a hair more or a hair less and make that double. And that really changes it if you're playing a team that's at 10% better than you remember.
Yep. Little more. Nice. Beauty. Nice spot, buddy. Good throw.
I think what you see with the teams that last through the event is the consistency more than anything. You don't see they make all the makeable shots, the shots that they should make. You're not going to make them all. And then you say if you're curling 85%, that other 15%, you got an opportunity to make a few of those half shots and you're in the mix. It's when you have those open misses or a draw that you throw through when you should have got your deuce, that's when you start to have the struggles.
So here is Philippe Lemay. That's his only appearance, was at 2007 with Pierre Charette. He did go on to, has played with others, has skipped his own team for a number of years, lost 3 different finals, and then stepped away because of business concerns. The reason he's back, well, I got a call, and I like the makeup of the team, and so after chatting, that's why he's here.
Well, and anybody would like the makeup of this team. They love the game, and they're passionate about the game, and that's why they try to get back here every year.
It's good. Whoa! Clean. Quiet, Kirk. Clean.
Nice weight.
Yeah.
I think that's what we want out here today, right?
Take that all day. Attaboy. Yeah, I just had a good weight. So
referring to the weight that was just thrown, that's what we've seen is that kind of down, easy hit weight that you can actually manage and control out here.
I mean, there's the... And I know we're dating ourselves, Russ.
Easy.
I haven't said a thing.
Thank you for saying Russ.
But and the game has evolved, and Saskatchewan has evolved. We've seen the softer game. But to hear a Saskatchewan player say, that was nice weight.
I know exactly what you mean. In my era, they just threw bullets. And good at it, mind you. The shots like this one.
One coming across, going to touch it. Oh, he does, and then just gears up and away.
Okay, good try.
But this Myers team has definitely taken it to the next level for Saskatchewan curling for sure. They throw a lot of the soft shots. They're not afraid with the rocks in play. And as I mentioned in the opening, Kurt the skip can draw, and that's the keys to you cannot skip if you can't draw.
Un quart t'es correct aussi. Ouais. Okay.
So it'll be the first look for us anyway at Kirk Myers.
That's for the draw the button speed. Yeah.
This team has only been together for 6 months.
Back 4 guys,
the last time he skipped, and he has skipped, was when he was 17, and that was back in high school. Dad was saying, Lyle was saying that most of the guys he knew were gravitating to hockey, and he wanted to curl, so he got 3 guys, taught them how to curl. They were at a small Saskatchewan high school, and that's the last time he skipped.
Well, he talked about it, that this new position, that normally he's the caddy for the skip, but now he's actually the skip, and he said his biggest realization was whether he'd be comfortable throwing that last one. But he said he loves the feelings of the nerves, loves throwing the last rock, and that's a great sign.
I'm seeing there yet. Good line.
Yeah, you don't see that work very often, do you? You can be a great curler, but you go to that last rock position, it's a different ballgame.
I think often you just can't handle the misses, Russ. Like you have to be able to walk away from a game that you maybe had won as a team, and you missed the last shot and the game's done.
Sure.
He throws it to the back edge, evens them up.
I thought I threw probably 5
I think you
feet
also
more
have
than
to
the
have 3 in front of you that are that support you when that happens too. I think that's critical.
mon gars, c'est 5 pieds de glace.
OK.
5 pieds de glace, je me dis, un moment donné.
Let's go.
Martin's forced here. He's not going to be able to blank unless he glues one on here and has Kurt blasted out of there, and then he can blank.
All right, just freeze.
Oui.
Back 8.
Ouais, je pense que même chose que ton
ça veut
shootout,
dire,
on va juste la travailler un peu plus avec le balai.
Je pense que 9 3 quarts.
We don't often see this turn into a deuce very often, not with these rocks and the ice. And
9 3 quarts.
but once in a while, you can lock a freeze on there. It would have to be absolutely perfect. But as you said, this gets rid of a couple stones, and a blank might be back in play.
Almost 6 feet of ice here for this intern.
C'est peut-être un... Ouais, t'es où?
Normalement, faut qu'elle grind un peu.
Un peu up. Oh! L'air fort.
Good way.
Line's good.
Parle-nous de la
La
ligne.
ligne est bonne. Éric en premier. Laissez-le travailler un peu.
La ligne est super bonne.
Line's good. La
Easy,
ligne est
easy,
parfaite.
easy.
Ça a l'air fort
Sylvain.
encore.
No.
Yep.
Philippe
Garde la
now
ligne, yep.
trying to take this down. Oh, how's that? Very nice.
Very nice weight, first end.
Yeah, good pick.
Beautiful shot.
Martin does not have as much rotation as some of the other teams, so it's going to be interesting icing off of him to start with if you're playing against him.
To the wing, right?
Right. Try to hit a quarter.
Yeah.
I think right there.
But if you throw it hard enough, it won't do much, right? Corner rock is
Because
good.
of that stone being up just that one rock, Russ, if you're playing this to get rid of him, do you think
Yeah,
he could
probably.
actually come over and kill his own on the other
I
side?
don't think so. No, because first of all, he's going to try to hit it super thin, and then he's going to get an underneath angle. But
All right.
I don't think it's there. But that did the job. I don't think you can pick this clean. It's possible, but dangerous. So this will blast everything out of there, and then Quebec can actually blank the end.
You see Saskatchewan, this is their force ability. This is what they're good at and what they've been so good at all this week.
Hard, down.
Daniel Marsh, and there you go underneath. So that freeze leads to Quebec possibly getting the blank.
Brilliant freeze.
That'll boy.
Thought I threw that pretty good and just got a little bit of finish. Like, it was nice kind of there.
You mean you still under?
Just under a half inch, hey?
Yeah.
There you go. Almost a perfect freeze. He had half a rock and made it easy.
Yeah.
As you say, the striking bands are so lively.
That was a pistol. Fresh spot.
Yeah.
Just shook.
Yep. Tout le long. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Make it go away.
Whoa. 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 OK, Marc. Ça fait pareil.
And away it goes. So Kret with a great first one. Cleans up with the second. We put a blank on the board.
Tim Hortons Kids Mag.
'78, those mid-'80s stripes, that spongy thing you did in '96, and that. Get your paint up to date. Hurry into Home Hardware's paint sale, where our Beauty Tone color experts will help make your home look new. Get 30% off Beauty Tone Signature Series eggshell paint, 15% off primed MDF molding, and up to 30% off Weiser and Schlage interior door hardware. The paint sale on now, only at Home Hardware Building Centers.
At Pioneer Hybrid, we believe in providing you with the best products and services for your operation. That's why we've introduced Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans to Western Canada. Thanks to our accelerated yield technology, we are bringing higher yielding soybeans to the market faster. Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans deliver maximum yield potential, consistent performance, and excellent harvestability. Trust Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans with ideal maturities for your farm. Tomorrow's soybeans today.
This is a battlefield. On one side is the United States Attorney's Office. On the other side, the Federal Public Defender. You're among the best and the brightest attorneys in this country, and you come together to fight for justice.
We're not machines. We don't just plug in facts and spit out charges. We work for justice. For the people.
Monday afternoon here in Brandon as we continue with the Tim Hortons Brier. These teams on the ice all in Pool A. Saskatchewan and Quebec blank the first, so the team Parametraman and Lévis will have the last rock again. Right next door, Team Wildcard and Brendan Bodger coming out a big win last night when they came all the way back from 5-0, beating Manitoba. Manitoba trying to rebound against Yukon, and Northern Ontario trying to remain perfect as they play PTI.
Hit Phil.
There's that rotation you talked about, Cheryl. They were really happy with that rock at the hog line. It just starts to grind in.
Well, and it's fine if you know how the rocks are going to react and you know how much ice to take. But if you're icing off another team that's throwing more rotation, it can become quite difficult to figure it out.
Yeah, so true. They probably needed a foot more ice with that rotation and maybe 4 or 5 more feet of weight. And it's hard to get that in your noggin.
Because you time the hog-to-hog off the opposition, and you think, okay, that's the weight to throw.
Okay, let it work. Line's pretty good. Line's good. Line's good. Top button.
We're really we can go.
Yep. Keep her going, Kev. Keep her going. Keep her going. Beauty. Well done, guys. Attaboy, nice throw.
This is a really solid Saskatchewan team. Who knows what will happen in this long week. There's a lot of great teams here also, but you think about it, Cheryl, they're 2-1, and the game they lost was to Mike McEwen, who made the shot of the year in that 8th end. And Mike's point was, if I don't make that shot of the year, I have a 10% chance of winning. Saskatchewan's almost 3-0.
Eric Sylvain. And will run it back and get rid of 2. Leaves the shooter out in front. Robert Menard is the coach of this Quebec team. We've seen him before. He's been here 5 different times with Jean-Michel Menard. He actually coached Martin Crête in junior.
I liked what Kurt talked to the Marsh twins and said, you guys have to just really, this is your first time, because of course they're looking for advice. What is it going to be like? And his advice was, this is the very first time you're going to enjoy it, embrace it, love all the moments, the media. Like you just have to really, because you don't know when you're going to ever get back. And I think that takes a little bit of the pressure away when you, instead of looking at all these obligations as stress and pressure, you look at it as this is great, we're here.
Attaboy, nice pair.
And I always enjoy seeing Lyle. As I mentioned, 1986 was my first Brier. And he was playing with his the brothers. There was Lyle and Warren Craig and Garth, and they made it all the way to a tiebreaker before losing to Barry McPhee of BC 7-4. And so we always reminisce, and unfortunately lost to Craig. He passed away a number of years ago.
Yes. And talk about, back to your point earlier, Vic, about they were a hitting machine. Like if you were down 1-0, it was like you might as well just start the car and go home.
Come on! Go, 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 go.
He admits, though, he's more nervous now. I said, are you proud? He says, yeah, but I'm more nervous now with my son throwing. But he did say this. He said, I had to step away. And in fact, he's only coaching them half the time this year.
Oh, really?
Because he said, talk to Steve Laycock. And he said, I'm pretty hard on skips, having been one himself.
Right.
And he said, I have to step away because this is my son here, and I can't beat up my son.
No, there's a line there.
Yeah, so
there's laws against it, actually.
So he stepped away and just doing it half the time.
Whoa!
Pretty good rock positioning, not by Saskatchewan with those two behind the tee, but Eric Sylvain, very nice shot.
Gotta go! Whoa! Little bump. Whoa! Little bump's good.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's really good.
Nice
Atta boy. Perfect. That's a good spot, boys.
Back to me.
I think you got hammer. You open it up. That one yellow is frozen in a good spot on there. This is where you make the switch and say, look, we're getting really shut down without an opportunity to score a deuce.
Juste le piler, c'est bon?
Run it in the right color, too. I like that, Cheryl. You run that straight back. You ever hit it and get it behind those two yellow corners.
That would be a very nice shot. Now you got one frozen and one behind corners.
You don't necessarily have to throw peel here either. A lot of the teams, Botcher comes to mind, starting to throw these with a controllable weight, but they do hang around. It's one thing to kill the enemy rock. It'd be nice to save your own.
This is the turn, the in-turn hits is what Philippe has been struggling with.
Okay, good job, Phil.
Very nice.
That's pretty good.
And he leaves the shooter in behind cover, T-line in the 4, and it's very close for a second shot. Team wildcard, Botcher opens with a 3, a blank between Manitoba and Yukon and Northern Ontario. Jacobs scores 2 against John Likely.
Thought about it. This or the double, yeah. Probably jams. See anything else? Don't mind the draw. Yep. Don't mind the draw if you like that. Yep. We just
I don't think we have to adjust the speed.
Shouldn't be any heavier.
T-line.
You're going right
T-line
to it,
weight.
boys.
Yep.
Yeah, right to it.
T-line's the speed.
Okay, let's go. Let's make it. I got big again. I got big.
I got strong.
Back 4, back 8.
I think what really changes too once you have that confidence in your draw weight, as Kurt does.
Strong, Kirk.
They would normally play the thin double here. And if you don't make it, there's one buried, then Martin comes around again. And they're not afraid to draw now. And you put the pressure on the other guy.
And then a little rub, a wick roll, and did he get there for shot? No. Shot stone still is the Yellowstone T-line 4.
But it's a great shot because it makes it tougher now for Quebec to score their deuce.
Pas big fan. Va voir, je reviendrai ici, moi. Si on garde l'angle ici et que la rouge, elle peut débarrasser, c'est bon pour nous.
Parce qu'elle, on l'envoie à moitié. Elle, on envoie à moitié. Je sais pas si... On peut pas débarrasser
Ouvrir cette barre-là, ça ne donne rien parce que lui, si, mettons, tu la débarrasses, tu fais rien, lui va venir taper là puis tu vas courir. Oui, on est shot.
OK.
Tu viens corner freeze ici, ça.
I think you're in a pretty good position if you corner freeze. The run doesn't look as good to me.
No.
You corner freeze in there, they can't. If they make any run at the double, you take your own red out.
Even if you could loosen that red-yellow combo, then you can get at that red one.
Faut pas bouncer parce qu'on va comme on pourrait se déchoper.
Tolérance un petit peu haut, ça que tu me dis?
Ta
vitesse pour être 8,
c'est...
Doesn't look like they're tapping the red with that much ice. Straight draw, I think.
Yeah, I think they ended up indicating straight corner freeze.
Il glisse avec des bras sans poil.
Okay, let's go, boys.
T-line! Un petit peu up. C'est close. On va aller grinder. T-line au moins. Oh!
pense qu'elle va ralentir, moi.
Close.
Moins.
Non.
Non. On est top 4.
Reste avec Ménariette. Get Ménariette. Hard. Go, 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 go. Okay, Phil.
That was, I counted that was slightly less than 2 rotations.
Yeah, they did. They definitely don't throw a lot.
Is that pretty good? Okay. What does he do then? He can't really do much there. He's going to tap that. If he taps that, then I have this rock to make that. Yeah. Is that thinking about that pretty good?
I think you are, yeah.
I don't know what else there is.
This, can you?
It's tough. Like, this isn't the easiest shot, but I guess we do that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Can you ever make? You can't hit that. Make that double, can you?
I don't see much else, Kev. Do you? Again, it's gonna. I don't mind. Don't leave it there.
Nose, Duke. Yeah, let's do that.
What do you think for weight?
Commit to that.
I
think an easy weight, like a easy control or something.
Yeah, easy control right there. I think it will get some finish. What do you think?
I think you will. Just late finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy control right there.
Yeah. Okay, bud.
Cheryl Russman talking with Coach Lyle Myers, and I was saying,
he's going to
talking about his skipping style. And I said last week at the Scotties, and we were talking about Chelsea Carey and what Dan Carey was trying to do, was trying to simplify her and calm her mind.
I was almost thinking board.
And she said, and he said to me, that's something that he hasn't, his son, Kirk, has had to worry yet. He hasn't got enough in there that he just the game is simple right now to him. He's not thinking about 5 and 6 things. As we drop in on Northern Ontario and PEI, and it looks like the final stone coming up here for John Likely.
And he is being forced. He had an opportunity after Brad Jacobs went through the house on his first, buried around a corner guard, but Brad Jacobs did not make a mistake on his second and froze it perfectly. And it is buried, so he needs full 8 foot.
And coming up to the nose in ours and punching it through, moving them back. Now the question is, will this stop? And
sorry, boys.
no, the apology means it's a 3-0 lead.
That overcurled for Curry. He wanted to nose it, but I think it worked out pretty nicely.
I think it worked out better because I was thinking that Quebec could have had that yellow of their own to tap, but it's gone now. It was pretty fortunate.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They didn't mean to get that. Both of those yellows worked out well.
You know, further to that, Vic, I think what it is as a skip, you haven't had all those crushing losses where you made an error on a strategy call. And
no scar tissue there yet.
There's nothing. So you can kind of go out there and just call a game. Once he starts to have things happen or you call a wrong shot to lose a game, you'll start to second guess along the way.
Well, as Dad said, you know, it's only been at this 6 months. So he benefits from what he doesn't see.
Yes, yes.
That makes sense.
Well said, yeah, it does.
Makes a ton of sense.
It's bon.
You know, sometimes Dad will be back there and going, well, why didn't you? But he sees it because he's got that, 40 years of experience as a skip, and son doesn't, and simplifies the game.
With you, freeze. Line's good. Maintenant, tout le temps. Line's good. On va attendre.
Patient, ligne, patient, s'il vous plaît.
Laisse-le pogner le curl.
Yep. Va falloir y aller.
Juste pour le white. Yep. Line's good.
Martin Crête is first. As Sylvain and Menard on this brush.
Laisse-le snapper.
And needs to stop.
Okay, good shot.
Oh, dear. I'm not sure. Have a look. I don't think it's second shot.
No, I don't think so. I think it's red second. Yellow shot on the right.
Mind you, make him throw that draw, or that hit wouldn't be so bad, would it?
Nope. Hit and roll this way.
And if I happen to roll a little far, that's okay.
What are you seeing?
Well, after a blank in the first, a chance here for Manitoba to possibly get a deuce.
Yeah, some really good shoots. Past tense of shoots.
Well, you know what? It's better than what you could have said. So.
Some really good shots in this end. Mike McEwen corner freezing on a stone that was already shot belonging to him. And John Salver coming down, got rid of one of the Manitoba stones, but his shooter did roll into the open. And that is why, for Mike, an opportunity for 2.
And you'll see that Mike McCune has ditched the hat. They were wearing the hats. Superstition, they had won 16 straight. So he's ditched the hat. Meanwhile,
barely bumped, right?
their lead, Colin Hodgson, has put on a hat. There it is. So, yeah.
It's only scary when they turn him around backwards and have to rally.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yep.
Poor audio operator was looking for the kill switch on Kathy. Where's the mute button? Where's the mute button? Kirk Myers.
Whoa! Oh, no. Weight's good. No, right off. Yep. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh boy! Now did he spill it in? Did that actually ricochet up?
It did a little.
Not sure if it did enough.
No, I still think it's red second.
Okay, Kirk.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. And there's no way of touching that red, is there?
Yeah, probably, because you don't have to move it much.
Could you come around that and just touch it over?
Because you only have to move it a quarter inch or so.
It's close. He's right. Not quite. It's close. Just not sure.
If it's that close, you just have to graze it. And it's not like you'd be throwing board weight at it. I think it's play the draw. If it starts to curl, then carve it as much as you can and see what happens. Taking nearly 6 feet of ice for this. You got to be careful on this sheet. Gushu was out here yesterday, and you get out wide enough, there's a little bit straighter before it curls.
In an 8th appearance for Martin Crête, all of them previously with Jean-Michel Menard. Oh, you're not going to hurt your own, are you? Oh, you'll hit that one and sit down, and that'll be for the deuce. There's no chance. That's 2. Yeah. Thank you, fellas.
Okay.
2 it is, Quebec. As the early lead, will one of these teams be our 4th place team?
We were for sure regulars. I forgot something at school, so Mackenzie said, oh, I'll go in. When we came back, Mackenzie had taught everyone how to sign hot chocolate, and they understood. So it was really cool to see people being so open to learning it.
World Financial Group has as its core values integrity, reliability, honesty, hard work, and service to others. Our more than 9,000 licensed Canadian associates stand by these principles each day. They ensure that as they help families take control of their money and make it work for them, they do it the right way, every time. Through the companies represented by WFG's affiliated licensed WFG associates, offer families insurance, investment, and retirement products from many different well-known providers. This power of choice can make a world of difference. Build a future your family can count on. Contact a WFG associate today.
Westover Place, some 5,100 seats, home of the Brandon Wheat Kings of the Western Hockey League, three-time Western Hockey League champions, and all part of this really magnificent Keystone Center, the center of everything here in Western Manitoba. On this Monday, and our continuing coverage, Tim Hortons Brier, and now we go to the third. And for the first time in the game, it'll be Saskatchewan. And the team from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, skipped by Kirk Myers, that does have last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Redstones.
I got heavy.
Good, clean.
They've got a good balance, this Saskatchewan team. They came in as a fairly high-scoring team, and they're holding true in this event. They're scoring 7 points on average per game, but where their magic is they're not allowing teams any more than 5 points a game, so it's a good balance. So they've got both the offense and the defense.
Sorry, boys.
So this is Team Quebec got off to that big win over Yukon, then dropped one to Manitoba, of course, Northern Ontario, today Saskatchewan. You're handicapping the field, and as we often do, they still have Brendan Botcher and Team Wildcard, so that's why we're saying this is all important for both these teams to possibly, potentially, make the Final Four and move on.
Good sweep. Okay. Good sweep. Good sweep.
Good shot.
Okay, Rick.
So by contrast, Team Saskatchewan and Myers, they lose to Manitoba. You'd maybe expect that. Yukon, Prince Edward Island, you get Quebec. Then you've got Jacobs, and then that last one is against Botcher, last year's runner-up at the Brier, and starting to find his way after a slow start after playing his way in. So this is a big one, no doubt about it. Saskatchewan and Quebec.
Rube, on its own right now. Line's pretty good. Weight's pretty good. Right here, boys.
I'm down. Yeah, I think it's close.
Stay close.
I think we can go a little
Dallin,
bit.
get ready.
Dallin?
Yeah. Yep, hard Duke.
Hard Dallin. Hard.
Hard Duke. Hard. Hard Duke, like the curl. Really like the curl a bit more. A little more.
Great shot. Attaboy. Good job, boys.
Well, after giving up that 3 to start, Newfoundland Labrador, and Andrew Simmons from the Remax Center in St. John's picks up a single.
Un quart.
T'es-tu capable de frapper un quart avec la garde?
Sure. Comment? Un quart. Easy.
Let's go, Rick.
Kind of made that too good, Cheryl. That red one. Now they can angle that yellow through the port. Kill. I don't think they'll make the red double, but
don't drag back there, eh?
I don't think so.
Okay. Eric Sylvain. LeMay. Bang. And does run it across the top.
Okay, Rick. Chop.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
Well then.
What's the best you can do, really? I don't think the double's there.
Good sweep.
The only problem for Saskatchewan here is they'll be grouped together, and it's a Quebec Stone that'll be coming in at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it's not a long run either.
Good line.
Whoa. Okay. Wait, easy. Wait, just wait, guys.
Rube.
We can wait. We can wait. We can wait a bit. It's close.
Got to curl a ways.
It's close. You say curl?
Curl. Curl.
Whoa.
It's going to be close, but I really like to curl it, Duke. Curl.
Hard, hard. Finish it.
Curl.
Trying to line them up
Come on,
here.
come on, hard.
Nice shot.
Attaboy. Good throws, buddy. Real nice spot.
You just give that one just a little more of a point?
A little bit, I think.
That's what I could see on mine.
Might have been, yeah.
We're eyeing this up straight back run double. I think that shot stone red goes underneath the yellow on the left.
Oh, for sure. That was the danger, wasn't it? This still has to be made.
Oh! Philippe Lemay.
Whoa! Whoa!
Coming up. Get up, get up, get up, run it back, and enough to squeeze it. Oh, and he squishes it sideways. And it may be the third shot.
That was a peel, and it had a quarter of a turn. It did nothing. Look at this. It's just barely. It got to, well, 3/4, sorry.
Yeah, they're not known for a lot of rotation.
If he puts more rotation on it, Russ, would he get better action then?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you wanted to go real high side on the action side, yes, you get way more rotation. So if you wanted to roll out on the broom side, yes. The hard part is reading the amount of curl on those hits. With lots of rotation, they run truer, straighter, longer, and it's a little bit easier to read. Nothing wrong with it if you're trying to bury one.
No, I like it on draws. And they probably play on some club ice that might be a little bit straighter, and it works really well there. You don't want as much rotation then.
You got to go. You're running out of real estate here.
Oh, boy. Nice shot. Real nice spot.
That just goes sideways at the end.
We tighten up the end.
Let's go back to Northern Ontario and Prince Edward Island after Jacobs got two with hammer and then stole one. Again, John Likely.
And 2 picks by Brad Jacobs to remove yellow PEI stones. John Likely did try a freeze on his first. It over-curled. And in picking it out, also got rid of one of the back stones. So it is 2 that he faces.
Okay.
Needs a draw to the 8-foot.
Shot, John.
Whoa, baby.
And there it is, back at the 4 for Likely in his third appearance. His last was 2002.
Right off, c'est fort.
On est T-line.
T-line.
Oh. Peut-être back 4.
Oh.
On est back 8.
Non.
On est back 8. Si on est chanceux. OK, Phil.
C'est pas sérieux. OK, Phil. Wow. C'est pas sérieux.
Not the right way to miss that one anywhere. Even top 8-foot, biting 4-foot is in the way and has to be dealt with.
I think we just hit it. I don't mind that. Control.
Nose it.
Yeah, just a little finish here yet.
Little finish on this side of the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about if there's more curl on any of these sheets, it's towards sheet D. We're on A, so this in turn will curl a little bit more than the
It's good. Yep,
out.
a little strong.
It's close. It's not like it's falling in the other direction.
No. Come on. Nice shot, buddy. Good.
Nice.
Real nice spot. Good pair. Attaboy. That's got a smidge strong on that. I don't know what it is.
I was just firm on that one.
So sitting the 2 with last rock is Saskatchewan.
It's pretty good. Pair, Kev.
Yeah, thanks.
Attaboy. Real nice.
Heavy on that.
Un fond de 4
Oui,
pieds.
je pense que oui. Quel weight?
Ça, je me demande. Contrôle?
Contrôle.
Ça?
J'aime ça, oui.
Tough to hide anywhere. You roll buried, you're not shot rock. Probably.
No, it'd be tough to be. Maybe you could roll kind of just back 4-foot.
Contrôle et 10 roll, je pense qu'on est capable
It's pretty exact.
Well, would you ever think? Now be nice with me. Would you ever think?
No.
Absolutely not.
Just coming down and tapping shot stone, just tapping it back a little bit and sitting for shot.
Like almost a freeze there.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, it's risky when Saskatchewan's got hammer
right,
and you're leaving stones in play. Did I coach that pretty well?
Wow, thank you.
Very political.
Well, there's a lot of yellow in there, and that's what's facing Team Wildcard, and Brendan Bodger.
You can roll.
Well, a chance for Simmons on his final stone to make this shot a lot tougher, playing the draw for 4, but he was deep. So for Brendan, just trying to raise his own stone into the 4-foot, but it is against 4.
Whoa! Hard! Yeah! Yeah! Line! Hard! Whoa,
Decent
yes!
on this
Whoa,
brush.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, Brad! Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And there you
Good
go.
shot.
It just crossed over the nose and didn't have enough steam to push it through. Very nice to get the single.
Yeah. I knew I didn't want to hit it on the nose. One rad. Yeah. Nice sweep.
I probably can be here.
That was probably the only saver that Quebec had, was their own stone.
I gave you right here.
That's like you said, you want to be in the open is fine. Right? So that's
Takes it out, leaves them sitting 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. My internal finish.
Yeah, it will. And
Quick as the draw to the button.
Speed is really good.
Same as draw to the button?
Yeah, it's full go.
It's full go down here. Okay, boys, top 8, bite the 4.
Yeah.
If you happen to be half on the 4 is about as deep as we want.
Yep, for sure.
Full 8's pretty nice, even.
That's
Don't
what
worry
I'm
too much
thinking.
about line.
Okay.
15?
15.
Yes. 15, that's quick. It's mostly around 14-6 there last night. Hog to hog. Deep would be a disaster here
Good
for Saskatchewan.
line, boys. Gotta wait a bit. Okay, you can, yep.
I think we gotta wait the whole way down.
Room,
No,
lots
it's
of room.
really heavy. This is a big shot.
Line
Easy.
is good, though.
I'm seeing there. I'm still seeing there. I'm still seeing heavy.
Line
down,
is
full
good.
8. Full 8 down. Still seeing heavy.
Close.
Still seeing
Really
heavy.
good. Actually,
Dallin's
no,
just
can't touch
talking
it.
the whole
Whoa,
way
Dan.
down.
That's great.
Whoa, Dan! No, no,
Yep,
no, no, no.
Yep,
no, no,
yep,
full 8,
yes.
Yeah, you got.
Kirk Myers has just been sitting back there. He was sitting on
Good
his
shot.
haunches for the longest time. That's all he did, was just sit there and watch.
We just have,
I wonder if Dallin finds it stressful like his dad to have his brother throwing last 2.
Get in there.
We talked that shot the whole way down.
Full licks on it. But it was just too much.
Yeah.
Turned out they wanted to bump it a hair, but they really smart front end move there to not overbrush it. Behind the tee line's the only way they're going to give up a big score here, or stop at the chance of a big score.
You threw a nice one there.
Playing the double and trying to roll a bit.
I think so. Just hit it a little center line side.
Clear up. Now, man up.
Yes! 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 Hard! Hard!
Look out now.
Overcurled twice on that spot.
Looks like they may have a chance here for 4. Okay, Yukon and Manitoba, and 1, 2, draw for 3.
It is indeed. Mike McEwen not getting a lot of results on either of his shots. On the first, he tried to run back and got nothing. And on the second, facing 3, tried a double, just got 1 and rolled out. And so as long as he is full 8-foot, it is 3.
Okay, John Solberg and the team from Whitehorse against Mike McEwen. How do they look today, Kathy, just because of the way they lost last night, coughing up a 5-point lead?
You know what? Mike came out and made a brilliant run back double on his first one, and I thought maybe they were back, but just very shaky, the entire team in this last end.
3.
Boys.
Yeah. Good. Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Really
Final
good.
stone.
Whoa, Duke. Whoa, whoa, Dan.
Here in 3.
Dan! Whoa, Dan!
Nothing.
Clean. Clean, yeah.
Nothing at all from the Marsh brothers. Kevin Ordan. Bang. Sit down. And there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4 it is.
That's the old snake intern, eh?
final stone in 10. This is all he's got. Run back, drive, bang the yellow, come back, red onto yellow, spin it back! You kidding me? What a shot!
Kevin Cooey, Heaver, pick it, and he does! Mark Nichols, one, coming over, and he's got it. Trying to blow this up, blow it up. Oh, and they moved it. Yes, far enough. Are we looking forward to this? Well, you bet. Tonight, two undefeated teams, the two-time champion, back-to-back. Brad Gushu, Team Canada against Kevin Cooey, Alberta, both with 3 straight wins. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and there they are in Pool B, of course, as we focus today and this afternoon on Pool A, as they play just the 1 game today. They'll play their 2 tomorrow. And that's the big one tonight. Undefeated Team Canada, Alberta, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as we continue with our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier from Brandon. So Saskatchewan cracks a 4. Go to the 4th, and now Quebec once again will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
If that was the right call or not.
They, you were saying in the break.
Okay, that's all right.
Cheryl, and it's too bad. You know, some of your best stuff is in the break. Quebec made a lot of their shots for them.
Well,
I mean, it was like they were playing for the other team.
Yeah, it almost was. It wasn't really that Saskatchewan stood on their head and made anything really terrific. Kirk's first was a good come around. That set up nicely, but it was really the shots that Quebec made for them.
See, that's the kind of stuff we should say during when we're on air. That's
well, maybe I was going to. I just hadn't got around to it yet.
That's possible.
Always good.
Saskatchewan just swept from end to end to get their red one around that top one, which is really hurting them. I thought they'd just let that wreck leave them both in front of the tee line. A nice little wall built up here and a buried rock for Quebec. Really good start for score to score a couple here.
Just that much too deep as they come into the back edge of the 4, and this one down on top.
Shall we go? Yeah. Or hit it, I guess.
Now again, just from a strategy point of view, sure.
Like this.
If you're playing at your club, yeah, you've got that backing, and that's where Quebec went. But would you have preferred to leave it behind cover and top of the 4?
Well, you could have. I mean, the run back's probably easier. This isn't bad. It sets up that you probably generate a mistake by freezing down to the back, and it's early enough in the end. A little later in the end, you might just come straight around and leave it top 4.
Bang.
Nice shot.
And squeeze it out. They did.
Good throw, bud.
This is what I watched at the Saskatchewan men's provincials all week. Just laser-like accuracy with this team. Really in every position.
Okay.
That was a tough to squeeze that out of there.
They can throw the weight too.
Hack.
This is a 12th appearance at the Brier for Eric Sylvain. He had 9 of them with Jean-Michel Ménard and a couple of others with Francois Roberge.
Yep. Yes! Whoa! Okay, good shot.
And then Eric as well is the lone holdover from that team that won the Brier back in 2006 with Jean-Michel Ménard.
Good. Just that nice control.
Really good roll by Eric. You roll the other way and you end up setting up a double. They're nice and even out to the wings.
Weight's good. Clean. Good. Yep. Good to heavy. Clean. Good to heavy. Whoa. Weight's good. Whoa, Duke. Little heavy. Whoa, off. Right off. Sorry, Kev. My fault. Good throw.
So it was a win over Mike Fournier. We'll remember Mike from last year. He was the 18 Quebec champion. And they won it 8-7 in an extra. They had lost to Fournier in round robin, and then they stole one in 10 to tie, and then won it, of course, in the extra.
OK, les gars. OK.
OK.
OK. Faut exagérer.
And just enough to drag it across.
If you do this, it's pretty good. I think we'll probably nudge us in, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play hack. If you touch that, it's not bad.
Well, as you mentioned, it was a draw to the 4-foot to beat Matt Dunstone. Isn't that interesting? You know, you talk about the Myers family in Saskatchewan curling. How about the Height family? There you go, Joshua Height.
Later.
Brad Height, of course, a former champion himself. Full of familiar names.
It's good. Good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just enough.
Whoa.
No, it's good. It's good.
They chasing the back one?
Yeah, it's coming pretty hard. It's
quite heavy, huh? Or am I wrong? Oh, sorry, Mark.
I'm not.
Got 11 and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, just
heavy.
Just threw it through the break. No different than that golfer. You've got that 3-foot putt and you aim on a couple inches outside the hole and you drill it right by it.
Northern Ontario sitting one, back edge of the 8-foot. Final stone coming up here for the skip from Sault Ste. Marie, Brad Jacobs.
Well, facing 2 on his final stone, John likely tried a thin double, got one, but rolled his shooter out, and so it is any piece of the paint for Brad Jacobs.
Perfect. Hair tighter path, not much.
Good judge, boys.
Good judge, guys. Nice easy one for you.
5-1.
Boy, they look good, don't they, so far? It's early, but
amazing.
Well, he says it's the calmest his team has been in years, and it's a lot due to the
Adam Kingsbury.
edition.
Yeah, he's worked hard on that with them.
Come on! Come on!
And draws to the other side. And there they are, sitting 2.
Okay, chop.
You like that?
You can have the 5. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, but like you said,
Sorry? Easy board? Roll it to there? Like that with my intern?
I don't know if you'll roll that far with easy board.
Okay.
There, you can see all. You want to throw that same control we've been throwing?
Control right there.
Which is like, it's that nice weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Botcher and Wildcard steal one to up their lead.
I like that ice. Let's go, man.
I wondered if Quebec would try going around that
easy
corner guard, not the long one here, but the one on the left that you see.
2/3.
You risk they run back and it's a double, but at one point you got to try and score your 3, and that would be a good opportunity. They may go on the next one.
yeah, it's could be good, could be bad, right?
Depends where this goes. They may not get a chance to go around it if they have to chase this.
I think Kurt's going to try to soft weight hit and roll towards the center, maybe even underneath that red guard.
Yeah, go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going. Whoa, whoa.
Just across center.
Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Okay.
Looked like it was coming.
And not able to hold that shooter.
Good throw.
Good throw.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
C'est ça, je me demande. Là.
C'est sûr que si on la met ici,
Elle est lettre pour lui, là, pour de vrai,
oui,
lettre pour lui,
c'est
ça.
sûr qu'il va suivre là, par exemple. C'est juste ça que j'aime moi. Tu sais, s'il décide,
Il va
si, mettons,
devenir
on la
la
met,
corner
on la
freeze,
met
là.
super belle, d'après moi, il va s'en venir ici. Là. Mais où il va faire ça, là, mais je veux dire, elle est plus facile à venir freezer.
How aggressive do you want to be here, Russ?
On peut essayer de la rapper là, même chose.
Well, that's what Cheryl just offered up too. If you,
fini, right? C'est le même argument.
it really depends on who you're playing. I think it gets Kurt if you go around here. He's playing that raise back. There's an extremely good chance he could make that double.
Well, they talked about playing out to the open side to lie too, but then you create the opportunity for the double. So they're looking at playing around the corner again.
Non, mais tant qu'à jouer safe, si tu veux jouer safe, on la cache.
Moi, je pense que si tu vas là, dès que tu en caches une moitié, il vient freezer et tu le bouts.
C'est le même argument, ce bar-là, right? Si je fais juste overcurl un petit peu, il va la rapper, right?
Mais pas facile, là. Cet overcurl-là, il est difficile.
C'est le même argument, je trouve, des deux côtés.
Si tu viens la cacher là, c'est bon. C'est celle que t'aimes le plus, d'abord.
Debating the merits again. If you over curl around the corner guard, you give the opportunity to go behind.
Là, c'est comme un 2. Pas gratuit, là, mais.
Well, what are you satisfied with, too, here? Are you trying to force and maybe get a 3, or are you satisfied with a deuce?
I think you'd like a 3, and I think this is a really good chance for a 3 coming around. I know it could go away, but it also could go away if you play to the open side and leave it high and leave a double.
Yeah,
so.
well said. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Kathy.
Fairly short run for Saskatchewan. That would be the, like you said.
But they're running yours in. That's the good part
exactly.
Of it.
Yeah, no question.
OK. Je vais vous la donner.
We try to keep a little bit of separation here as opposed to right down on top of it.
That's good. Peut-être un peu serré sa ligne. Wade est où?
Il est bon, Wade. Peut-être un peu. Easy. Non.
Easy. Un peu.
Right fort. Essaye de jouer clip.
Non. Yep.
Whoa. Yep. Watch it now as they try to hold this curl here. Maybe they get a little rub and roll in there. And,
come on.
Oh, that's a neat way of getting in.
Is it ever?
Good call.
OK.
I don't know whether he's second or not.
Whoa! Yep! Yeah! Whoa! Come on!
Now they touched that one up, so that's the question mark now as you look. A little spin back towards the 8-foot.
Do I just play this freeze?
That was my gut.
So I think it's red. Would you agree?
Over that top one, yeah.
Oh, oui. 30 écarts, il est bon. Ce que j'aimais pas de 30 et demi ou quelque chose un peu moins, c'est que tu as vu la...
I think it's a back yellowish shot still.
It is, yeah.
Red second.
If you get it in there goes any 2, 3, or whatever. And you wonder about that rock, Cheryl. Remember in the second end, he had the free draw for 2, and he threw it way wide and heavy and crashed off and still got his 2. He almost took his own out. And just missed there, too. Now, mind you, he missed narrowed at the far end on the hit.
He did.
Maybe he was just playing heavy there, and it just tracked for a while.
Full go here, Kirk, again. T-line weight.
Jamie's ice is like that, Jamie Barassa. You overthrow by a couple feet. It's like a foot wider at the hug line.
T-line is perfect.
Yeah. Full speed again.
Full go.
15.
That's not an easy freeze.
No.
Well, if it ran on Martin Kret, won't it run on Kirk Myers too?
Right now.
If he's, I think Martin was a couple feet heavy, and this could be too. So.
Stay close, Dylan. No, back 8. Back 8. Back 8. Yeah, it's heavy. You gotta go. Hard.
Well, you're going to take a little rub too here, maybe. Chisel. Going to need it. Oh dear, they left it.
They could have had that.
Oh my goodness.
And to the back they go. Look at that.
So Cheryl was right here. Go around, chance for a 3.
Get your 3.
I didn't think it was through the house.
Hard. For 1. Whoa. Chink.
Oh. Chisel.
Oh boy.
Last 2 ends have been a little bit of Christmas shopping here, right? With both teams giving gifts away. That's, as we always say, inside out. It's so quick on the arena ice at a Canadian Championship. Both those were overthrown.
C'est fort.
Oh. Ah!
Non, patient. Clean it.
Clean it. Oh. Clean.
Up un peu, Phil.
Clean.
Shot, Mark.
Well, you just gave up 4, and you get 3 right back. Quebec here in the 4th. The first 3 they've given up to Saskatchewan. Maybe it's time for a little talk with Dad.
Good one, guys.
To choose what to watch, or even how to decorate. But at least you can choose when to have breakfast. Have breakfast anytime at Tim's and try our new sausage and bacon wrap.
Today's Best Western? What does that mean?
With rewards points that never expire, you get free nights fast. Now stay 2 separate times and get a free night. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Why is curling such a passion for Canadian farmers? We think we know. In farming and curling, the idea is the same. It's about friends and family, teamwork, using the right tools, and getting it done under pressure. That's why New Holland and Pioneer Hybrid are proud to support Curling Canada, helping to grow the game we love. From your team at New Holland and Pioneer Hybrid, here's to success in the field and fun in the rink.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Whoa. And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Well, on this 3rd day of play, it's all coming into focus, isn't it, as we head towards Wednesday and the cut-down day, as it were, in these 2 pools of 8. Top 4 will advance to the championship round on Thursday and Friday. These 2 teams hope to be there when the dust settles and we cut it all down. Quebec replies with a 3. They lead at 5-4. We go to 5. And once again, it is Saskatchewan out of the Nutana in Saskatoon. It does have last round. They do have the Hammer playing the Redstone.
Top 8.
Right in front of it.
Right in front of it. Yep. Full 8.
9 points scored in the last 3 ends.
That's better. I got light.
Hit it, hit it.
A little way if you can.
Gotta hit it.
We can go. Top 8. Wait's good. Like to go still. Okay. Wait, we can go. Good line.
Yeah, hard. Gotta go.
Right here, boys. Right to my broom.
Come on, you got it.
Curl.
Yeah.
Just to it. Just to my broom.
Very nice, Dallin.
Well done. Boy. Nice pair.
Very impressed with the judgment on this Saskatchewan team. Other than that last one they got caught in between. They knew it was heavy, and they're trying to chisel it thin to roll into that shot rock, and it over-curled by a hair. But they seem to know where it's going to stop. That's a good sign too for a young team. A lot of front ends ruin a lot of shots.
Oh. Nice, good. Close. Nice, oh, c'est super. Oh, c'est super. La ligne est bonne. Tu peux y aller, tu peux y aller. Je pense qu'elle est bonne. Heads up, boys. Easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Heads up. No bounce.
Whoa.
No bounce upper.
Okay, good shot.
Okay, good shot.
Very nice.
Hit that one. He just threw it. You do this. If you happen to peel, it's good.
Don't we just, we're not playing the peel?
Do this. If you peel the guard, it's good.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, the peel would be fine.
pick it over.
Saskatchewan's got hammer.
Yeah, you can
They
see
take that. You almost could call it as well, but you got a chance here that you can slice this thin and leave yourself in the rings first and second shot.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Hard. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. You got it. Come on, go, go.
Oh.
Sit down, baby. Sit down. Nice shot.
And
Pretty
it
good.
will finally sit.
Real nice, Dan.
It's really good because it leaves a corner.
Yeah,
Full
it's
peel weight.
Sneaky, isn't it?
Is it ever?
The world's fastest tick shot.
Yeah, you normally play them with back line, but that's a new art form.
Saved a little time.
Yep. Bumper. No, no, no. Hausse à l'air. Hausse à l'air. Hausse à l'air. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Eric Sylvain.
Whoa. Yep, Pepper. Yep. 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 Come on, Phil. Come on. Oh, 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 oh.
Mentioned that Eric was part of that 2006 Canadian Championship team of Jean-Michel Menard. The only other Quebec championship was 77. And Jim Ursel won in Montreal. So Quebec has won it twice. Saskatchewan, they've won it 7 times, but oh my, back in 1980, it's Rick Folk. Can imagine, Russ, if this team should win it, or the next Saskatchewan team to ever win it. To my mind, would be a little bit like Newfoundland, Labrador after Jack Duff all those many years ago, and how the province responded in 17 when Brad Gouju won.
Yeah, it'd be identical. That's a great analogy. It'd be the exact same thing. Folk's a folk hero, actually, in the province. And exactly. Then Saskatchewan loves their curling, as does this province, Manitoba.
Yep. Whoa, Evan. In it. In it. Good shot.
Well, they'll come through there with to sit the 3 without, but you expected more from both Philippes, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you just want to see them up their game at this stage and get comfortable with the ice and support the skipper a little more.
Yep. Hard. Sit down, baby. Nice shot, bud.
Very nice.
There we go. Sweep, guys.
Same weight, Phil.
Both these Marsh brothers, they're
Kevin.
what?
Sweep.
50 pounds heavier than the stone they're throwing. And they just throw darts.
Yeah.
It's because there's not a lot of drag.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Aerodynamic.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep.
Nice shot.
Peut-être pas contrôle, là, mais...
Hangs it on the edge.
C'est correct. Okay. Good sweep.
Shot.
Yeah, I like that.
You like this?
Yeah, I do, but...
Board.
What's that, Kirk?
Board. Okay, get a little finish.
Yep.
These Myers, the Myers family, the Marsh family, they've been friends back since they were mid-teens, 15 years of age, and playing against each other for a number of years.
Clean. Good. Whoa. Clean. 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 Whoa. Clean. Good. Whoa. Curl.
Curl! Real nice throw. Real nice throw, Kev. That a boy. Man, I don't think it was really nice weight, eh?
Trying
Nice
hard
weight.
for
We
that
gotta
roll.
learn that one. We haven't thrown that one yet. That was good learning.
This is what Quebec has done so well so far this week is their force efficiency. 42% they forced, and just their ability to make sure they can set up.
Je pense pas choix d'y aller une turn, right?
Ouais. Let's update the game wild card, and that's Brendan Botcher, of course, out of Edmonton as he plays Newfoundland Labrador. Kathy, we saw them play their way into the game on Friday night, then get off to a little bit of a slow start. And I think that win last night has meant something.
Oh, it certainly has. I talked to them both before the game, and it gave them a bit of a scare, but it showed them that they can come back against a great team, and that really helped. And this is a draw for 2 if he can stay in the 8-foot.
2 red.
Yeah, just hangs on back there. For 2 more, they'll go to the break 6-2, leading Newfoundland and Labrador.
Un peu. Ah, contrôle. Oh. Mais non. Mais non. Tout le long maintenant. Come on. Come on.
Philippe Ménard
does not want to roll that way.
OK, Mart, ça fait.
If I roll out, he's going over there anyways, right?
Did you freeze it? This one is freeze, so I get the blank that way.
I think. Good idea. I think that's as good as anything, eh?
Yeah.
Like, what else do you think?
Either that or you hit.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that. That might be easier.
Use a little bit of Quebec's plan from the first inning where they played the freeze.
Reverse rolls. What do you like, Cheryl? The freeze or this hit and roll?
I don't mind the hit and roll.
What do you think about there with like that easy control?
Yep. I think
Should
the
be
boys
good.
can hold it there
Yep.
for you. Let's go.
What would be your preference?
Well, Martin played the freeze in the same situation. I think I like it.
Roll it in a couple feet, boys.
It's risky the way, isn't there? If you don't make the roll perfect, you don't make the freeze perfect, you're probably forced.
Throwing that
I just think the freeze might be a shade easier than rolling this.
Should be OK out here,
3
Chris.
feet.
No worries.
Pretty even numbers. You could take either or.
Clean.
Good.
Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yes. 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 Yes.
Yep.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Go. 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 Keep going down. Keep going down. Go. 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 Go down. Go. 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 Go.
Whoa.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Almost perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, it really
Good.
was.
We'll have that double probably.
Yeah.
Good shot. Might have a blank. Nice call, buddy. Like,
It's going to be tough now for Quebec to roll anywhere that they don't leave a double.
take our point.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Yeah.
Hang in there. Hang in.
Même le bumper a été, ça a été super
Little
long.
coaching from the skipper.
Je contrôle. OK. Essayer de frapper puis rouler l'équivalent d'une roche juste sur l'autre côté du bouton. OK. Quel way, excuse? Contrôle.
Let's go, Mark. Same weight.
Yep.
Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Run it.
Oh, and they leave the double.
They do if you want to take it on. It's risky.
It's a double and a blank, but you're right, you miss it. It's a steal.
What's that?
What's your feeling?
I'm feeling we got to hang in this game.
To take one.
Like in this is quite makeable.
It is.
But
yeah.
that we're sitting. We just need to get our feet under us again.
Let's
You know
do
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, let's take the point.
I think that's
What about
a
there with
smart
that
move.
easy-
Well thought out,
control?
I think.
Yeah, don't dig yourself into a hole. Keep it close.
Just nose it for one.
Yeah.
So early yet. Like Kurt's such a good hitter. I would bet he's got a way better chance, of 50%
Hit her on the
chance
nose,
of making
easy
the double. But
Yeah.
what if?
Right.
Now you're just giving up a crazy 3 out of nowhere. You give up a steal here for no reason. And then Quebec's on fire, right? They're 2 up and pretty happy.
final stone.
Clean. Good. Little
Have to get our
stronger.
feet under
Good.
us. Let's pick up the single, and
Yep,
we'll
yep,
go to the break in a
yep.
tie.
Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Right
Hold on to it.
Nice shot, attaboy.
And right there for the single. One it is. And we're midway through. Both of these teams hoping to be in that top 4 come Wednesday night. First time skip. Oh boy, sometimes it's been a quagmire. Oh, and then there's things to admire.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
We've had a 2, a 4, and a 3, and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Tied at 5. Let's check the numbers after 5.
Well, the team percentages are very close, and you see a tied game makes sense. What we were looking for was Philippe Lemay to bring up his game. He was coming in at 69%, only at 58%. Kirk Myers, though, as well, came in at 86%, only at 68%. He'll need to move that number up to push this Quebec team.
Numbers after 5 brought to you by Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. So let's go inside the numbers, and as you look at the only remaining member from that 2006 championship team, Eric Sylvain, will go to the second. You wanted some support from Philippe Lemay at third, and here he comes.
Oh, did he ever. The objective this end was to get your deuce. Philippe makes this great run back. You see the opportunity here to set up straight back. Sits 2. They score their deuce that end.
And what did he say? That's the biggest change in the game. You run back now. It's not good enough just to drive it by. You got to stick it, and he did to the fourth. Great response here by Quebec after they had given up 4 in the third.
But was it ever? And the goal was a deuce for Quebec for this end, but I think they switched gears and changed and took this opportunity to set up for a possible 3. Great call by the third, gets the rub, sits up for the 3, and they make a hit and stick after a miss by Kirk Myers.
So here we are now. We're tied at 5. Again, the Lemay run back, the Cret come around, but it's those numbers you're talking about. Cret just at 78. Philippe at 58, and the other 2 are still in the 70s, so maybe a little fortunate at the moment to be tied at 5. Saskatchewan, Quebec, that's our feature on this Monday afternoon.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, #TogetherBlue. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by Scotties, sponge towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years.
The Brier TSN is going to continue to reveal Canada's greatest curlers. This time it's the men's turn, and for more information, you go to tsn.ca/curling. Now, TSN put together a 31-person panel of experts, including writers, broadcasters, as well as current and former elite level players, to vote on the best lead, second, third, skip, and team, and top 10 overall. First up, we're going to reveal the greatest Canadian male lead of all time, and the winner is Ben Hebert. The 2010 Olympic champion grabbed 8 of 31 first-place votes and has been named the greatest male lead in Canadian curling history. The 4-time Brier champion Marcel Rock finished just behind Hebert in second place, while the great Neil Harrison, from the days of Ed Wernick and one of the best ever to be able to manage stones, is third. Don Bartlett rounded out the top 4. All of the voting details can be found at tsn.ca/curling. Tuesday, tomorrow, we'll reveal the greatest Canadian male second during the 5th end of our afternoon draw. As we welcome you back on this Monday afternoon to Brandon and our continuing coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier. We're tied at 5, and Quebec will have last rock playing the Yellowstones.
That's a really good sign with Kirk. I really liked what he said. Let's keep this close. I mean, they scored a 4 on Quebec. They know, and sometimes you panic as a new skip that you kind of want to play that blank. You want to make that big shot, but he just knows they're going to get their chances, and let's just score.
I just think of the exact same thing. Great maturity.
Okay, good shot.
And I think that speaks a lot to the new guys on the team. The first Brier, let's just keep calm.
There you go.
You know, I think this is where you go to tsn.ca/curling if you want to discuss those results. And, you know, we have short memories, and
Nice. A little bit of room.
You think back, and again, it's a generational thing. It's how the game has evolved. But I'm really pleased that some people remember Neil.
Yep, around it.
Go. You know,
hard for line to go around it. Go around it.
Lost Neil a number of years ago. The native of Peterborough, Ontario, played with Ed Wernick. And really his claim, obviously, was there were few better that were able to go out and take that stone and look at that stone and say, there's a great pair, and put them together.
He was incredible. I was so fortunate at the end of Eddie's career. Neil jumped over to our team, and he played with us for 2 years. We'd won the previous year, we'd won something like $18,000 the whole year. The first year with Neil Harrison, we broke the money title. We won, I don't know, $145,000 or something. And it was all, and the only change in the team was our lead.
It was Neil.
We had Pete Corner and my brother Glenn. He had this saying that I teach all the time in my clinics. You always try to throw the appropriate weight. Every shot, there's an appropriate weight. And I talk about that a lot, and I got that from Neil. And, you're right, Vic. It's nice that he's in the top 4.
Hey, just freeze that. We're probably 2-3 at the back there.
Well, this is more to your point, Kathy. You were talking about Manitoba still not comfortable after that loss last night. Here, Yukon has a chance to score too.
Well, and they certainly are giving Manitoba all they can deal with. Robert Smallwood made a run-back triple earlier on in the end to change it. And then John Sahlberg made a lovely hit and roll on his final. Mike tried to remove it, but he rolled out with his shooter. And so this is a draw for 2.
John Solberg got a white horse. Robert Smallwood. Clinton Abel and Scott Odian.
Yes.
The White Horse Curling Club. One of the finest you'll ever see. It's gorgeous. Had a chance to be there a number of years ago for a skins game. And leading now at the break.
Saskatchewan having some struggles with weight. You see those stones. They were playing freeze on those with those 2 back 8-foot stones on that top shot stone and slid deep, and now they just bounced off on this one.
That's how they gave up the 3 too, wasn't it? Kurt threw it through and gave them the wide open hit for 3 2 ends ago.
Talk about the appropriate weight.
Yeah, no, true. And how to miss, right?
Yeah. It's an art form.
Hard.
Okay, it's good.
C'est bon.
Yikes, this is not setting up good.
Freezer up. Top 8.
5-2 Northern Ontario leads it as they play Prince Edward Island in 6. And yellow shot is shot. That's PEI.
It is. Yellow was shot. Brad Jacobs came around. That's that red stone at the top. And when John Likely was trying to play the freeze again, he bounced off. And so there is a soft shot opportunity for Brad Jacobs for 2.
Jacobs and the team from the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie. 5 wins for Northern Ontario. The last was Jacobs in 2013. Now I gotta sit down though. You gotta sit down though. You gotta sit down, and he'll spin off and settle for just the single.
Notre jaune, elle va être encore bonne. Attends, c'est nous autres, puis le garde, c'est bon? Pas tant. Lui, il va faire ça tout de suite. Elle va direct être... Ou il va pouvoir faire ça.
Look at the freeze that Kevin Marsh made. I like the out-turn, playing the out-turn, even if it hadn't come up perfectly to the freeze. Anything you chase after it, you could rub over into those stones in the 8-foot on the left.
Yeah, those yellow Quebec catchers there, yeah.
Because you could see more of it from the in-turn. That's a great freeze. Negates 2 of those Quebec stones.
Non, un petit peu up. Pour l'instant, je veux pas.
On est où?
On est probablement T-line.
OK. On va aller autour. Yep. Juste T-line. Yep.
Little curl with that handle. They got to be careful.
Hey!
That's why Philippe Ménard is on this and trying to hold that outer edge. Now the carry with Sylvain. Little rub, little roll. And still had a little finish left in it to sit the 2.
No, but this could be really good for Saskatchewan if they could get a little roll under.
I think there's error, isn't there, to get by that red guard?
I think so. Get rolled off just enough.
Big shot, boys. Again, you just threw a really great draw. Yeah. And if you draw one in there, geez, it might not be going anywhere.
Hard to get there, I think.
Although the hit is the tough one too, because you probably jam it, right?
So the problem with going under, it actually gives them the one for big points, right?
Well,
do you freeze?
If we'd roll half of it, you could freeze it, I guess.
What are you thinking though? What was your gut?
Just trying to hit and roll under there, though.
Okay, that was what I was thinking. I just don't want to like make the roll. Am I crazy with that thought process? Because then you make this run. Mind you, it goes into there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to play off that yellow?
Off the outside one?
Yeah.
Which one?
The edge 8? That doesn't really do anything.
I think the shot is hit and roll on the 4 foot.
Okay. Yeah. Just partially tucked under?
With just like even back.
What do you think? Hack
Yeah, you don't have to move it that far. It doesn't matter where we move it, right?
Relevant. Yeah.
So whatever weight you can guys really see to make the shot.
What are you thinking here, Kev? What would you like to see? Like a heavy draw, okay. I like that too. I really do. So like you're thinking of throwing this weight?
Yeah.
Right here?
Probably about here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
Or is that too much?
It's almost
Is it gonna run?
It will.
Yeah.
If you throw me this weight,
okay.
This is what we need.
Okay.
Commit to that. Hit this and roll to there.
Okay.
I really like that conversation. He asked Kevin, what would you like to see? Do you want a hit? Do you want board? Do you want? He said, I heavy draw, so they're icing for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no negatives, there's no wasting time, there's no one player dominating the conversation. It's great. It's just great.
I tell you what, if he can maintain that demeanor,
it's impressive.
Very nice. Huh?
No question.
And you didn't hear a lot. Again, you didn't hear a lot from Lyle Myers. This was about listening, asking a question, and then letting Kirk decide.
Back line, hack. Whoa. Goes to hack. Clean. Hack. Whoa. Back 12. Hack. Clean. Hack. Clean it. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Just drop in there, baby.
Nice. Drop, bud. Oh, goodness. Right in. Okay, 6-2 wild card. There's a pile of stones that we can't see. There they are.
Yes,
Thank
you can.
Now you can. Well, if I'd open my eyes. So this is a combination to get what for Newfoundland and Labrador?
Well, potentially 2. Brendan Botchers is that red one in the 8 foot, his final stone. This is the double raise onto the stone just thrown by Brendan Botcher onto the yellow to get rid of the red for 2.
Andrew Simmons back. Oh, shot. Oh, goodness. Now you have a look. Did he get 1 or is it 2? He moved that red maybe just enough.
This one out of the way for now, I guess.
That one's good. We'll like that one, fellas. That's good. That's 1.
2. Yep. Shot 2.
2 it is. So great shot by Andrew Simmons out of the Remax Center in St. John's.
Keep her going.
Pas tout de suite. Non, c'est là, c'est le dernier recours, ça.
And we see this every single championship where the teams, from the east or north that don't play on the type of ice that you have here, they start to turn it around. They start to get more confident, start to understand those spots in the ice, the break points. Nice shot.
Just 2 beauties by Kevin. He made the freeze, then he made that nice hit and roll.
C'est ce qu'on fait. On joue la jaune.
OK.
Quel way?
They looked at running in the corner guard, but I think this is easier. They just slice it sideways.
Does he slice it right through that hole, possibly?
Yes. Yeah, I think it goes right through the hole.
Philippe Lemay. Trying to hold it. Sylvan just slice. Oh, he did.
Good job. That was amazing brushing to hold that.
Calling Dr. LeMay.
Really nice shot.
I didn't think he got by that top red one on the biting the 4.
No kidding, or the guard.
No.
Pas méchant, ça.
Ah, c'est super bon.
C'est super bon. Mais tout seul, là, ça rouge.
Good brush by Sylvain to hold it up.
Probably pretty good, eh? Kind of spins it up a little bit.
No, I don't think so. And this is always accessible.
You might have to hit something here, and you can almost play around the horn, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Comes up.
I don't believe I can make it into here. Like, it's going to go.
It might even come up too high. That's what Kurt's saying.
Pretty good.
If you get it there, onto there, it should go kind of that way.
But that's even pretty good anywhere in there.
Yep.
What do you like? Play the intern draw tap on the red. It's
not bad. It's not bad.
Just I'm trying to find something we know fairly well.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's a dynamite shot, isn't it?
You actually might lie. Yeah, we'll be second and okay. I don't mind that.
I really like that call because you tap it frozen, it's a safety,
and
you'd also be third.
Comes in there nice.
Yeah. So we need right here. Just top 4 weight.
Yeah. All right, commit to that weight. Yeah. Let's go, bud.
Just down here like that, tap that back. You'd love to tap the yellow, maybe at least if you could get the yellow in the open for your next one. But the main thing is once you tap,
top 4
you've
weight.
got
it's creeping almost up to
both
like
reds closer
Yeah,
than all these yellows. That's huge.
Yep. I'll let you know where the weight is, and we'll talk it out to the way down.
Top 4, boys.
Yep.
You never know, Cheryl. That they had that perfect red freeze. It looked like it was going nowhere. Now it's vulnerable because they've kicked out that other rock.
That was unbelievable shot.
Wait for it then. I got T-line back for
Skip
it.
Stones here in 6.
It's good. Back for it.
Saskatchewan. Kirk Myers out of the Nutana in Saskatoon.
T-line. Gotta go, Leonard, for line. Hard line. Let's go hard. Gotta go.
Boy, it's coming up on that guard. And
get it in. Go.
bang.
Go.
And will they spin it in? They do. Get it to the top edge.
Perfect weight. Actually.
Yeah. Shot. What was I? Perfect weight.
I think it was pretty close, Kirk.
Okay, so if weight's good, don't want to scratch at this, but whose fault is that? Is that a front-end judgment thing, do you think?
I think it was more the line on it, really. They thought the weight was pretty close. He might have been a bit down, I think, on the weight, but
yeah, a foot or two.
A little bit more broom.
Really lucky he didn't get that guard out of the way.
Oh, because red is pretty exposed if they had.
Ross, we've been looking here at mostly out turns. Could you not play an in turn on that stone or get to there?
The red one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could. It's probably going on to those yellows, though. It's a tough situation for both teams.
Si tu fais cette frise-là, lui, y a-tu quelque chose par la 5? Non, il a beau passer.
Il peut jouer peut-être pile. Si je garde l'angle de ce bord-là, il peut jouer peut-être pile ce bord-là, mais c'est dangereux pour lui.
Il peut runner ça comme ça.
C'est dangereux pour lui.
Tu penses? Si tu viens ici, là, tu lui donnes un gros catcher là, pour rentrer ça là-dedans, son shooter, il s'en va ici, là, puis va probablement
il n'enlèvera pas les deux. Si je la bounce là.
Non.
On est rendu à jouer dans ça?
Hein? Ça, on aime ça?
On s'est rangé à jouer comme un round là?
Si on enlève le garde, il joue quoi?
Non, mais juste
enlever le garde, c'est une bonne option aussi.
Juste enlever le garde.
Lui, il frappe là, puis il reste là.
C'est sûr qu'enlever le garde.
Lui, va
enlever le garde, s'il sort avec, on a un open hit pour 3. Enlever le garde, c'est pas méchant.
Moi, là, enlève le garde, là, puis fais là. Puis dès qu'il s'enfarge, là, on a un gros bout.
Moi, je jouerais le grand comme un round. Là.
S'il roule ici.
Timeout is up.
What about just corner freezing with the intern on the top red, Russ?
Like a setup shot, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about this? Straight back. You'd have to get a little lucky through here, but.
Yeah, you know, just with hammer, that might be a smart call. I'm just thinking of a setup. You might be able to run it in then, but those catchers on the left don't help you.
No, that's the problem. Both teams are kind of in trouble angle-wise.
You could freeze to the face of your own. I think you could get there on the intern, but they're looking at that red on the left that you might just be queuing it up.
What I love about your call is it guards the shot rock.
Yeah, which...
Kathy?
Pretty good.
Well, they talked initially about that double on the left-hand side that has got a lot of risk associated with it. They talked about playing the freeze down to that yellow stone, and they talked about the option of playing what you talked about, Cheryl, coming around and playing the freeze onto the red stone. This is coming down to the yellow.
Yellow. I don't mind this. I think the concern is they might queue up this red, but it will only remove one yellow. They'll still have a chance for a deuce.
Well, you can't be deep here, though. You might set up the yellow double.
Yeah, or roll off.
Yeah, right, yeah. There's a lot of rocks heavy in this game.
Nine's good. D-line! D-line! Nine's good. On est moins joué, là. Yes!
Sylvain and Menard.
Stop it! Go!
Outside edge, trying to hold it as much as they can as it dives toward that guard. Get it by. Now they'll angle it. There's your shot. Cheryl says they come up a little light.
I don't mind that either.
I love that
I think
shot.
it's a good plan B.
All right, let's go over Yukon and Manitoba. And what? Chance for 1 or 2?
Chance for 2 for Mike. John Selberg tried to throw a really big up-weight shot on his final one to make the double, but he wound up just sticking on the nose. It is open. Manitoba looked to see if they could make a double for 3, but it is tough. And at this point, the decision was to get the 2 and
move on.
Move on.
There you go. 2 for Manitoba.
Yep. Yeah, that's the shot. Okay. So how do we make that, boys?
Do you see back?
I'm seeing half.
Did you see similar to Kev's?
Kev's.
This one's a little bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah.
That one.
Look where that might go, Cheryl.
This is
It's pretty nice.
For Quebec.
But you know, that's all Martin, through the right weight, he knew that lighter was better than heavy, and you got a good plan B out of it.
You know what I mean? Yep. But I'm thinking it's kind of like that back 12 hackish.
Yeah, can they just clip this in there?
Yeah, not easy though.
Okay.
Back line. No, sorry, hack.
Yeah, that's not a big port.
So I want to get shot.
Sure.
Put some heat on
This is
him.
a good chance to do that.
And then he's going to play that, but hopefully we're sitting in this range.
You will. That's where you'll go. Yeah.
Okay. So just hack.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that'll be good, bud. Let's make that.
Hit about a third to a quarter.
Okay.
You'll communicate. Just so we don't get too much yelling, because there's going to be a lot of yelling in the shot.
Hey. I mean, that's
What kind of
nothing.
speed, Kurt?
That's leaving
Just
nothing to
hack.
chance.
Okay. Just through weight.
Don't
Watch
everybody
the
yell at
shooter
the same time.
Yep.
All right, Kirky.
Deep breath.
Really, really crucial not to kick that red one out in the open and roll away. And I think they've got all those sabers to help them.
The only Saskatchewan win was a Steve Laycock in 2016 as he beat Jean-Michel Menard. But it has been a rivalry-dominated recent times by Quebec. Watch it go across the top now and back it up.
Just a brilliant shot.
So they are sitting the 1.
I think we're
Second shot, I'm not sure. Third shot, I think.
Heavier than he wanted, and they did a brilliant job of getting it to that small port.
Oh, see that geared away. See it just geared away. So that yellow stone at the top of the 8 would be your second shot.
Yep.
Off nose.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
Let's go, Mark.
I think it's just for 1.
Yeah, that's a. And
It
it
is.
looks like a lot of work for 1.
Yeah.
Could you not? Do you have to play the run back? Could you not
Go,
get
Mark.
to the Yellowstone and just bump it up?
I don't know if you could throw enough weight.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
So I think you kind of have to do this.
Wow.
I was looking to see if there was a slash in, but their own stone top 8-foot is in the way of even slashing in that right-hand yellow.
Final stone right now. Saskatchewan has a stolen point in their pocket. Martin Kret. Sylvain. Come on, get up. And right there it is.
Let me check what.
Going to look around. We think it's only 1.
This one is not good.
No, it's.
This one's out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just 1.
1.
And 1 it is. Great shot. Sometimes you look at all those stones in the ring and you think, just 1?
The Benchmark Laser Measure has one-button control and continuous measurement, so you can get the measurements you need easier than ever before. Sweet bowling closet. The Benchmark Laser Measure, only $29.97 and only at Home Hardware.
Tim Hortons kids menu tastes just like home. Maybe too much like home? Timmy's Minis, now with Sunripe Fun Bites in every pack.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams, on and off the ice.
Our voice means more than other sports in North America.
TFC is about the fans. Everything emulates from them, good or bad.
What you see on camera when they pan the crowd, that's the very tip of the iceberg.
I feel like there's a magnet in the goal. Can't deny the fact that this is a football city.
The last championship, we'll get that CONCACAF Champions League.
We're winning the game. TFC.
Engraved on a Nation continues with the Northern Touch on TSN.
As we say, a lot of work. Made a great run back. Stuck it for the single. Quebec. As we play on this Monday afternoon here at Westova Place, part of the Keystone Center.
Good, okay, Kirk.
6-5, Quebec leads it, and Saskatchewan does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones here in 7.
That's right. We got to curl a bit. Mine's pretty close, though.
Go ahead. Easy, easy, easy. Play the weight with curl.
Curling off again. Jesus.
Curl, baby.
And curling up to the corner. And you look at that Martin Kret shot, wonderful as it was, forced into it, of course, by this stone from Kurt Myers.
Yeah, if this one isn't made, Martin might have been making that shot for 3, 4, maybe even 5. And this was a hair heavier than Kurt wanted. They just did a brilliant job. The entire team threading it through that needle. The key was the raise was pretty easy, but you had to stay around the corner. Great angle.
Key shot brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Good sweep.
It's 2 inches, not enough curl on that second come around. Cues up the double. What a beauty.
So nice.
It's interesting though, Cheryl, as you look at the numbers.
Smidge on the high side.
There's a change here. Kret's numbers are up. Philippe Lemay at third, I think, was down at 44. He's now up to 56. There's a momentum change. Whereas on the other side, Kevin Marsh and Kirk Myers, they're starting to drop this a little bit. Yeah.
Well, and it's the Quebec numbers as they start to put some pressure on and make some more shots. Then the Saskatchewan shots get tougher. You look at that last stand, that was all Quebec.
Stop it. Quitte à rester haute. C'est bien mieux 3 que 8.
Oh my. Everything's at the back, so a lot of junk back there, but that's not who's thrown the last stone. It's Prince Edward Island.
Well, and it's one of those stories of one good shot can lead to 2, and that is the case in this particular end. Brad Jacobs lying 3 for much of it, but a good shot by John Likely has led to an opportunity for 2.
That's a T-shirt, you know that, eh? One good shot leads to 2. I can see that.
It's good now. Go, go, go. Wait only. Shot, John.
And there it is, your 2 for PEI.
T-shirts are $25.
That's 15 in here. Yeah. Full go.
There's another team, PEI. They've really struggled, but they're all of a sudden they're starting to make some shots. And we often kid the Eastern teams that you should find a Brier the week before the Brier, just to get used to these conditions and all the other things that go along with a championship like this.
I have to go line here. I'd like to go a bit.
It's such an advantage for some of these provinces like Ontario. They get to do a 10-team round robin in an arena. walk in here pretty comfortable.
Line's real good.
Saskatchewan does it. Manitoba does it. Alberta didn't do it this year, which is surprising.
And BC did, and they never had for, I don't think, for many years.
Nice shot, guys. Good sweep.
Yeah, the women were in an arena. It was interesting. The women were in an arena in Alberta, and the men weren't.
Well, that's not fair.
Oh, yes, it is.
I like what you see on the old watch there.
Garde, c'est bon?
Moi, j'aime pas trop. Lui, il va pas faire le tour de ça après.
Ouais, on le suivra. On reviendra freeze.
Juste freeze là-dessus, c'est bon?
Sinon, c'est...
Sur le nez, puis le weight, c'est bon? Sur le nez.
Quoi?
Sur le nez normal.
Ici?
Yeah.
J'aime pas ben ça.
OK, Mike, du ton call. Just go.
Just think it is too risky to chase that Saskatchewan stone.
4-20. Non. 3-4. 3.
Philippe Lemay.
Ben patient, ça a de l'air
Non,
fort.
4-5.
Ça cure fort.
Yeah.
C'est d'aller chercher le nez ici.
Yeah. Wow! T'en veux-tu freeze? Juste
Oui.
4. Freeze! Si t'as veux freeze, faut y aller d'aplomb.
Curl ça. Oh!
Ouais, ça.
A little over curl.
Bon, c'est une option.
OK.
With that lack of rotations, it's so hard to predict where that's going to stop.
I think you just do this.
Okay, Miss Kathy, I see one for sure.
That's all you see.
All right.
It is one, and that one is a great shot made by Brendan Botcher on his first one. Came around facing probably two. It was hard to tell Yellowstones, and froze. And for Newfoundland Labrador, took a lot of time, took a timeout, but not able to come on top.
If you come down with enough, and now granted, if you touch that red, would you move the yellow at all enough to bring that other stone on the edge of the floor into play, or is it not?
Well, you could, like, on one hand, you could tap it back enough, but I think that there's another yellow stone that may outcount it still. So I don't know if it's for 3.
Okay.
I think it's for 2.
Okay.
Clean. We're good. Just clean. Yep. Go. Hard.
Remember, Botcher opened with a 3 in the first, has stolen
Beauty.
3
Nice
points,
shot.
and that's for 2. For sure. That's the stone you're talking about, is the yellow on the tee line at 9 o'clock. So 2 more for wild card, and Brendan Botcher is starting to feel it.
Yeah, they didn't look comfortable the first few. Well, they looked great in the wild card game, and I think we talked about it. The ice was a little straighter in the wild card, and they get into their first game and just didn't look comfortable with the draw weight, most certainly for Brendan.
Okay.
Okay. Same shot? Really? You like the same shot? Yep. Same shot? Yep.
Same weight? Same weight.
Yep.
Forward weight.
Same weight?
Hard.
Yep. Gotta go. Hard, Dan. Gotta go, Dan. Hard. Hard, buddy.
Go.
Clean. Yep. Roll it, Duke. Roll it. Hard. Whoa.
And they'll sit there too. Oh my goodness, and look at that. So trying to run it. Do you sell dynamite with those t-shirts?
Oh my goodness gracious. This is a long run.
Wow.
He has made so much today. Mike McHugh in his shot, trying to run that long guard onto the red to pop the yellows out.
John Solberg.
Okay.
Anything? No. So one is, we'll have to get in there and have a look.
I didn't throw very good, but
Get in there. Get in there.
Yeah, go. Yeah, it looks like
Excuse
one
me.
yellow. Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, bud.
I think it is yellow.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Can be fixed. Is something that can be fixed? One yellow.
Thank you. Skip Stones, Martin Kret, 1-2, and away they go.
Shot. Bon, Martin, bon lancer.
Yeah.
Hey, good shot. Parfait, ça.
Go.
Control rather than nose.
Yep.
Saskatchewan's not that upset with this. They would have liked it, the two options to send you score your deuce or you blank and try and score in the even end in 8.
You betcha.
Kirkmeyer.
Clean. Wait, it's good. Clean.
A little strong, a little strong.
Little big. Clean.
Yep. Gotta go.
Yep.
Gotta go.
I think that picked.
No. No.
I don't know.
I don't know. Good throw, Kirk.
Là, là c'est bon.
So T-line,
Je pense que c'est passé. Oh,
edge
oui.
of
Pied de curl, on va perdre du
the
rond.
12 is where he'd like to go. Trying to use his own. Look at that, Russ. Outside the center line.
Isn't that incredible? It's a great surface. It really is. At day one, the wildcard game Friday night, it was a lot straighter than both teams expected, but they solved that problem with the airflow, and it's just been spectacular.
And that may have caught Botcher in the first couple of draws too, right? Just to get used to it.
Yeah, because then he played Northern Ontario and Jacobs, who's just on fire, and the ice was curling a good, a foot and a half, maybe more. And yeah, that would be, we thought it would be an advantage because he'd already played a game, but it turns out it was a disadvantage. But Botcher politely said nobody would have beaten those guys that game anyways. No, we always say, Cheryl, inside out.
Yeah, this is picking up speed. It's getting into the good stuff, which is not what you want. Maybe.
No.
Ripper through there, down. Give me the out turn.
And a little surprised. Martin Kret.
Throw that again, Kev.
Kirk Myers a chance to go to school. And right down the edge of the 4. We'll put a blank on the board here in 7. Quebec leads it. Saskatchewan with the last draw.
Happen anytime, to anyone.
Hey! Stress sweat is different than ordinary sweat. It smells worse. Get 4 times the protection against stress sweat with Secret Clinical.
All-wheel drive confidence, all-wheel drive fun. Introducing the redesigned 2019 Tucson. Now with H-Track all-wheel drive. Zantac provides fast heartburn relief. But that's not all. It can also prevent it. Just one pill controls stomach acid for up to 12 hours. Zantac, your shield against heartburn.
We were getting married in the most beautiful rural setting. My mom got sick and couldn't be with us for our big day. I was heartbroken. Thankfully, we discovered ExploreNet. They responded right away and connected us to high-speed internet. Our big day was incredible because it felt like Mom was there.
ExploreNet. Connect to what matters.
The 4 sheets in play here at Westover Place. And we are on the outside sheet, or one of them. This is sheet A. The other side is sheet D. And B and C are in the middle.
The knowledge is incredible.
Hey. 6-5 Quebec leads it after the blank. And once again, Saskatchewan will have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
Can I get a smidge more?
As we can take a look at the two leads, Dallin Myers and Philippe Menard.
I liked it.
Line's pretty good. Line's good.
Good.
You know, this is one of those times.
Line's real nice.
You look at the numbers,
You're good. You're good.
Looks like you gotta
and
go
they
a bit.
may tell a
Line's
story.
good.
Sometimes you okay.
Line's real good.
But
Straight.
Quebec is leading here, and as
Hard,
you
boys.
see these numbers come up,
Hard, all you got, Kev.
keep going. Their numbers are not that great, but either is Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's taken a bit of a tumble here, and they're trailing by 1.
No, on freeze l'ancienne.
Well, and at the half, it was Saskatchewan that was ahead in the numbers, but it was really a couple shots that Quebec had made that had put some big scores on the board, but now it's swinging the other way.
Eric Sylvain.
Je pense qu'on est T-line, Mark. Okay,
5.
T-line.
5.
Close. Whoa.
Former Quebec junior champion way back in the day.
T-line set. Hey. Hey.
Around everything.
Oh, yeah.
Going to get it around everything. You bet. And here they go, right down on top. Now, did they leave too much showing?
Well, enough to get a roll. Probably not underneath, but away. And they might even make a double.
So there you go. Now there's
Control.
Dan Marsh. At this moment, Sylvain with the advantage.
Now, this is a chance you roll right underneath that corner guard for Saskatchewan.
And
firm.
maybe more importantly, just get rid of those enemy rocks, because they're dangerous. You want to make this double.
Oh. Whoa. Firm. Whoa. Close. 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 Yep.
No roll, Cap. No roll.
And enough to
Hard, Kirk,
spill
hard,
them
go,
both.
go. It's a race, Kirk. It's a race,
Has to
Kirk.
hang around,
Go.
though.
Keep going. Okay.
And
Attaboy. Nice shot.
it looks like they may
Real
be
nice.
shot. That you think?
Close.
Yeah, it is close.
For a second.
I might hedge my bet now and go Quebec, I think.
I think it's
Nice
yellow,
rock,
yeah.
bud. Thanks. Just twist up a little at the end.
Yeah.
Normal.
All right, this is one of those situations where Quebec played around with Sylvain's first. Why wouldn't you play around with his second? Go around again.
Well, the short little run is so easy you can get rid of shot stone.
Whoa. Minnow. Whoa.
Oh, boy, watch out now.
Okay.
And both will go. Now you got the two corners.
Bye.
Oh, you really wanted to sit there, though, for Quebec, because they've opened it up, really, for Saskatchewan now.
And double corners.
Heavier here. Coming across the center. They threw one.
15, I think.
Okay. Top 8.
Would have been a beautiful shot. You leave a center line guard and you run it straight back. Now you've helped the other guy.
Those aren't simple, eh? You know, it's at the end of the day, it's a circle hitting a circle, and you got to stick at it. Like it's. You see a lot of guys making them, but it's not that easy.
Good line.
Really good chance here now. Low risk here for Myers. He's not in trouble like he was 2 shots ago.
Little tight.
Line's pretty good.
Gotta go.
Line's good.
Okay, line's good.
Line's real nice. Curl as you come.
Just gotta go.
Curl as you come. Hard.
Curl hard.
Get her there, Kev. You gotta
Come
go,
on, Kevin,
buddy.
hard.
Make it go.
Keep going.
Make it curl.
Keep going.
Still gotta go for curl.
Keep going.
Still gotta go. Still gotta go. Still
Anything
gotta
left
go.
in that stone?
Nice shot. Really nice throw.
That did not curl, eh? Very nice. Good throws, Dan.
Well, again, where are we now? We're in the 8th, and it's the center line. So is it starting to fudge up, flatten out a bit?
I think so. I just that little bit. I think it's maybe not slowing down on the watch, just maybe the brushers can't drag it quite as far as they are used to dragging it. You have to keep an eye on that.
Good way.
Easy, 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 easy.
Easy.
Now again, here we go, Sylvain. As it comes off that center line, here comes that corner guy. Sylvain trying to save it. Oh!
Good shot. Good sweep, Rick.
Oh, you may thank your brushers.
C'est bien qu'on a accroché. Non, moi aussi. Mais je voulais pas te le dire parce que. Ouais, j'ai fait dire tu l'as.
This was close.
It really is. Oh, just got it by.
It's important that too, Cheryl, because now you're hitting that wide one to sit 3 with hammer and no real guard problems. That was massive to get that by.
And Saskatchewan can't roll underneath either. That makes a big difference.
Just enough.
No, it's good.
Clean.
Cleaning. Good. Yep.
Hard. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Roll it over there. Roll it over there. Roll it over there. Go, 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 go. Nice shot.
Real nice throw. Nice shot.
Pushes it out the back. Pulls it over just the top edge of the 4.
That was a good run.
It was. A little bit of a different.
So he has the
Sweeping, guys.
advantage. Kevin Marsh over Philippe Lemay.
Up.
That drop weight just is. Sorry, that's pathetic. That's 17%. That's no feel at all.
No. It's not a good feeling, period.
1, 2. That's a team wild card, and that's what's facing Newfoundland and Labrador's Andrew Simmons.
Well, he played a draw on his first one. It was 3 for wild card at the time. Made a very nice freeze, but Brendan Botcher able to blast it out on his final stone. Also rolled out his shooter, and that's why he faces 2. Needs full 8-foot.
Yeah, it's pretty good shot.
We mentioned how the number of participants in the Newfoundland and Labrador provincials has increased with Guju not being there. It was 9 teams last year. 12 teams entered this year with Guju, the 2-time defending Canadian champion.
They don't feel like they're just donating the entry fee to the Curling Association.
Keep going. A little more. Keep going. A little more. Pretty nice.
Good job, buddy.
Probably get that smidge extra curl.
Forces Quebec to play the run back.
Yep.
Easy. Yeah. Okay. Let's go, Mark.
Juste à peine off.
À peine off.
That's how critical it was for Philippe Lemay to get the roll behind there, because you give Saskatchewan a free chance to play that draw. They make it, and now you're forced to a pretty tough shot.
Gros pile!
Yep. Whoa. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Got it? Sure does.
Oh, nice.
Shot. Look out. Look out, Phil.
Like that.
Now this is one of the, to my mind, the biggest turnaround, Cheryl. And Martin was way down. I think he was close to maybe 50%. Myers was high up in the 80s. Dramatic change in terms of the skip numbers. And 1 point on the board, Quebec leading 6-5. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland. #TogetherBlue.
Yeah, well, you just see the effect that Martin's shot making has on Kirk's. Makes his shots more difficult. And even Kirk coming in was in the high 80s so far in his first 3 games, so this is not the numbers he'd be happy with.
Oh, my goodness. I see nothing but red. And so a draw for 4.
It is for Brad Jacobs. An unfortunate outcome on John Likely's last one was making a short run on his own to lie 2. It overcurled, and not only did he chip his own out, he rolled out with the shooter, and so that is why it is an opportunity for 4. And PEI's already kicking rocks off.
They're already shaking. It hasn't even come to a stop yet. There we go.
It's a blank.
There you go. 4 it is. And I tell you, I've said this before. I haven't seen John Likely for a number of years, but it's like catching up with an old friend, and a truly nice man is John Likely.
Unbelievable. Just a great guy.
So 10-4 is your final. And 4-0 start now, 4 straight wins, and 1-3. That's for Northern Ontario, and PEI now 1-3.
I get 2. Well, then he could.
Well, I guess you have a double then.
Might have a double. Yeah, you just got to be in that line.
In that line.
Okay. I don't mind this, guys.
I don't mind it either. I don't. What do you think?
Do that. Hey? Yeah. If I happen to just miss this and make that.
Don't worry about this. Really interesting situation. They talked about going here, hoping that Quebec actually misses the freeze, and you can hit that yellow one to sit 2. But they've got an interesting angle here that they just feather that one, hit that one, that goes out. You might roll over into that area, but because you're hitting it so thin, there might actually be a triple. So if you ever made the triple and kind of rolled over here somewhere, it would be unbelievable. The chances for as many as, well, you wouldn't get 3 probably because they could hit the outside one, but it's pretty close to that 90-degree angle you want. Just hit a 1/4 inch of that top one.
The only thing you don't want to do is hit that top one too thick and just feather that back one and not remove it.
Right, leave the shot rock as shot rock, right. So you want to gamble on the wide side, hit the shot rock first and kick out. You still make the double and stay right there. That's not terrible either.
No.
Oh, no. Straight hit and roll.
Little back motion on that.
Yep. Whoa. Straight hit and roll. Whoa. Or under it.
Right up the side.
For nothing.
Just right out of the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Good for nothing.
Well,
good for
now,
nothing.
What did we say earlier? Now, we talked earlier about their weight and their weight selection. And there he played a little up weight. And I was wondering if he could have played something a little softer, maybe a little more controllable.
I think yes, because in that situation, if he's going to feather redirect, the Rockies throwing would have spun forever over there. So and they could have used their brushers. Because it was a triple in all essence, that's why he threw it so hard. But just to get that roll, yeah, he could have thrown normal weight at that. Back to what Neil Harrison always said, pick the appropriate weight.
Yeah.
Wise man.
Yep.
Final stone for Quebec.
Hey!
And rolling it away.
Come on, go! Hard. Go!
Hey, bonne là. Okay, good shot.
Here, eh?
Hey, well.
You had that hack waiter?
Does the trick. That's all they needed. Get the force.
You betcha. Okay, good shot, Mark.
Saskatchewan's not disappointed either, as long as they scored this end.
I don't think it's worth it, is it?
Let's force them up.
Are they eyeing up the possible triple for 2?
Yeah, it's probably there, but boy. You could give up a steal or 2 just as easy.
What's that board?
Yep.
It's kind of back to the 5th
Just
then when
naturally go
Kirk
over there
had
nicely
the
for
chance to play the double and said, let's just hit and stick for our 1.
Yes. Yeah.
I think you really commit to
Very
that.
patient.
I love the stick.
Yeah, you force a 9, you score your 2 and 10.
Just enough. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, Dan. Whoa.
Whoa, Dan.
Clean.
Little quiet.
Final stone,
Whoa.
Saskatchewan and Kirk Myers.
Whoa. Clean.
Cleaning.
Whoa. Whoa. Good.
Good shot.
To score the single as he faced the three. We're all even at 6 through 8 on this Monday afternoon.
Hey man, heard you're buying a boat.
Yeah, check it.
Next car just got easier. Test drive it today.
It's been a wonderful World Championship so far. Hello, Canada. I'm Vic Rauter.
And I'm Doug. Let's go live to the icy lanes where Mark Nichols is sliding his giant puck thing.
Wrong sport, Doug.
Ooh, it's got a nice inwardish twirl.
That's an out turn he's actually throwing.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes. Yeah!
Very wrong sport, Doug.
Wow, Nichols has been dominating this period.
It's the end.
Aw, cheer up, Vic. There's still 5 more quarters left. And then a shootout.
Don't say Maddie Storvold has been launched. It's actually happening. Wednesday, BB Rexa and legendary producer Nile Rodgers joined 5 new artists in the most intense competition yet.
I'm not feeling you on it at all.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm the next to be launched.
We make hits here! Get into it. CTV's The Launch. Wednesday at 8/9 Mountain. Then stream anytime. Brought to you in part by Virgin Mobile. It's better to be a member.
You know, as a club curler, you look at that, and that is the biggest difference, I think, for somebody that comes here for the first time. It's the depth perception. It's all the other things that you see. There is no back wall.
No, there's not.
There's no scoreboard tacked up on that back wall. It's that. And the different kind of focus for these players as we welcome you back on this Monday afternoon, our continuing coverage, the Tim Hortons Brier from Brandon in a 6-6 tie. We go to 9, and it is Quebec and the team from the Etchemin Curling Club in Lévis. It does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones.
I remember my first Scotties, and I had a horseshoe slider on my shoe because the clubs, it was heavy and sludgy. And I remember sliding out my first slide of the Scotties and like, I was throwing half weight for a draw. I'm like, oh, this is not good.
But do you agree with me? It's that everything else. You know, you come to an arena, it's the seats, it's the colors, it's the distractions, the absolute focus that you have to on your sheet and on that target. It's just something altogether different.
Well, even look at our sideboards. What there's, you've got things moving on the side out of your peripheral.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I think the hardest for me was once you kind of got used to the crowd. It was like the refrigerator after a while, but it's when you're halfway down, you've got a draw coming down, a key draw, and all of a sudden some guy makes a triple on the other sheet, and the 9,000 people go crazy, and you can't communicate. You don't get that in a normal curling club.
No. Or the opposite, even when it goes silent.
Yeah,
when everybody goes silent, it's like, can somebody talk amongst themselves, please?
Breathing. Right down on the corner. Quebec sitting the 2.
Monsieur Ménage ici, là. 2 points, ouais, sont... Easy peel.
And then you can't forget this. If you've never dealt with this, the cameras are watching you. Shut that all out.
Non. Clean it. Non. Clean it. Ne, même pas. Clean it.
Good.
Shot. Oh, no, 1-4. Or 1-3. Guard it.
This is going to be the challenge for Saskatchewan. We looked at their numbers early, and they've had struggles forcing. They're only at 14% forcing the opposition, so pretty low. Well, you compare that to Quebec, who's at 42%, so it's quite a difference.
Nice. Need that force here too, Saskatchewan, if they want to grab that all-important hammer coming home.
Real good line, boys.
We're good.
Clean.
We're good. Good. We're good.
Clean it.
We're good. How's line, Kirk?
Keep it firm down.
Nice. We're just too big if you can.
Curl now.
Yeah,
curl
Kevin,
now.
yep.
Curl now. Curl now. Curl now. Curl now.
Oh, keep a little step. Beauty.
Nice pair, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Kev.
Yeah.
I think now you want to wait.
Whoa. Clean it. Clean it. Hey, bon. Whoa. Clean it. Hey, bon. Ciao, Rick. Good bit. Freeze tap on the intern, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Top button, T-line.
Yep. I think it's just coming off a little bit.
Not in this track.
No, okay.
No, once you get out here, you're fine. It was the same path as you had the second time, right?
Okay. Good.
Great communication. They're talking about it coming off a bit, which is code for could be slowing down a little wee bit. We talked about that last end, but they're saying in this particular spot, no, it's still perfect.
A little bit.
We can go a bit.
Yeah, line's good.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Little tap. 1 foot tap.
Clean. Whoa.
1 foot tap.
Whoa, Duke.
Close. 2 foot
Clean.
tap. 2
Weight's
foot tap.
good. Weight's really good.
Yep.
Hard!
Gosh, they managed to get it by.
A little more than that.
Good shot.
All right, team wild card 1, draw for 2.
Well, it is a draw for 2, and that's because Andrew Simmons went around on his final stone and was deep. So 8 foot will be all that Brendan needs.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Line's real good. We're
Line's
about
good.
third half on it. It's good. Nice shot. Thanks, guys.
Here's your
Good
2.
luck. Yeah.
There you go, and that's the win. So a much different-looking Boxer team now.
Good luck. Yeah.
Certainly more comfortable. Would you agree, Kathy?
Absolutely, I do.
10-5 is your final. They go to 3-1. And
Guarded 1, 2.
Simmons still looking for his first win, drops his first 4.
You can't overstate what Botcher did by coming back from 5 points down. Not only did he not drop to 2 losses as early when he's going to have 4 incredibly hard teams on the other side of the championship pool, but he got that win out of McEwen, which dropped him down. You know, they're sitting there with 1 loss, and they've already played a couple of the really top teams on this on their draw.
That was an unbelievable comeback.
1 to 2. Okay, let it. Line's pretty
That
good.
shows a lot of grit and character.
Doesn't it?
For a team that isn't forcing so well, they've got a really good situation here
Little more, Duke.
for Saskatchewan.
Little more, buddy. Got to go a little more.
Beauty.
Nice shot,
Nice shot, buddy.
Yeah, good spacing, guys.
Nice prick.
Really good.
So as we check these standings, remember now you play a 7-game round robin. So, okay, let's concede. Let's just for discussion purposes. Northern Ontario wins, wild card. Manitoba's on the ice, and they're getting a real good battle right now from Yukon. Saskatchewan, Quebec, how important is this? Well, again, 4 teams make the top and will move on. So it is a huge game for these two.
Good position.
Yeah. Good position. Good throws, buddy. Beauty.
Rick, il aime le freeze dans la paire de fesses.
Moi, j'aime le freeze dans... Là, il nous mène à quoi, lui? Parce que lui, il va taper ça. Et après ça, il peut taper ça. Et si on fait juste piler le gaz jusqu'à la fin, OK? Lui, il va faire un move, il va faire quoi comme
Can you
move?
get that out-turn tap, Russ? Like tap that red and roll
To
kind
the
of
inside.
frozen. Yeah.
I love that idea. If you could ever just lodge that other red.
You need to get one of those reds out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the freeze. I think they're talking freeze.
No, I'm with you. Move that red. It's 3-on-1.
They're talking freeze. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I was going by hand signals.
Avec un petit wake, là. Ouais. J'haïs pas le garde. Moi, j'aime pas le freeze.
All right, Kathy, we're talking about Yukon giving Manitoba a battle, but look at this now. It's you got to draw the lid here.
Well, Manitoba called a timeout to decide whether they wanted to guard on the first one. They elected to come in right on top, and those are the two that are the shot stones. All he has is the lid for the single.
So John Solberg, in a 4th appearance, played once out of Northern Ontario, has been represented the territories in Yukon when they were combined, and look at that.
He has been so good.
And listen to the appreciation of the crowd. They appreciate that draw to the lid against their guy, their hometown guy, Mike McEwen, who was born and raised here in Brandon.
Go! Go, 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 Rick, go. On va savoir si c'était un bon shot. OK.
Wait, sorry, on t'a trop attendu.
Okay. Then he's going to play this, which isn't great. But if I can hit this, that's pretty good for now, isn't it? Right, because then this is going to sit there, right there, and then our shooter's going to be there. This one's going to be there. So this one still is going nowhere. He can play that. What do you think? What's your gut?
Hit what you can see here. So then it just jams
Or just play this again.
Maybe that's pretty good too.
That intern looks better to me.
Yeah. Yes, I think so too.
Just back. Yeah, I want to keep my shooter there, I think.
Yeah.
Just move that to there.
Okay, just back forward.
Yeah, that's the shot.
That's the call, I think, yeah.
Just like whatever line you gave me,
That's
I think
where
was
I
good.
need. Yeah.
And speed's still good. It's holding up.
I'm going to throw here, though. Okay. I want to move it to there.
Okay, so
my next one.
You can tighten up your ice.
Yeah, I think I can be there.
If they tap it to there, Cheryl, because I agree with you. I think that's the right call. Can Quebec throw a rocket and then do that?
As close as he can to.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, just tap it a little bit, boys.
Am I
That's
taking
the
your shooter
only
out?
danger I see, but your hands are tied here a little bit if you're Saskatchewan. You play the other one, I think, is worse. The out-turn tap.
How far is he tapping this back? Like just to back 8?
I think so. Trying to get it certainly behind the tee line. Angle's perfect to leave that locked in there unless there's that double I just drew up.
Wait, back 12. Whoa, then.
That's too much.
Whoa, if it's heavy.
Stay close, yep.
Whoa.
Stay close.
Back 12.
Yep.
Back 12. Still seeing back 12. No.
Daniel
Shoot
Marsh,
out of there. Shoot out of there, I think.
Calvin
Roll the
Myers,
shooter, roll the shooter.
and they'll roll it off. Still the
That's actually not bad.
still Saskatchewan sitting the 2.
Hey, it did the job, eh?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I would love to be.
So you might just guard it now.
On est 2 shots.
Si on met quoi ici, là, il peut
That's what Philippe is looking at.
Il va monter sa 5, probablement que la 1 va spinner.
OK, oui, c'est vrai.
That's right. On ne perdra pas trop de temps là-dessus, les boys, OK?
Juste ici, mettons.
Ouais, pour pas qu'ils s'en servent aussi comme razor.
OK.
Ouais, juste là.
Play this out a little bit. Quebec's sitting 2, and the Saskatchewan's only got 1 rock left. So if you threw a guard up in here, You might have this, Cheryl, where you kick your own out for Saskatchewan, but that kind of redirects in here. But if it ever spins out at all, Quebec's scoring 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And my other worry is this guard itself, because if you get it tight enough, it's just helping Kurt. He's going to run it in on that red one.
Yeah.
Maybe throw a 2 here instead of a 3.
Yeah, make it a long
You like
run.
that? Yeah.
Right?
I think if it's long enough, he'll play that second shot you looked at with the out turn.
I think he'll have to. But if this is tight, it kind of cues it up for Saskatchewan.
Right.
Passe un Lenny.
Moi?
Laissez-le pogner le curl.
Hey,
Way out there.
Attends encore.
Attends.
Attends qu'elle pogne le snap. Attends.
Talked about these. If you get out far enough, it takes a long time to curl.
Embarque, aide-moi.
So now they're going to have to really carry this, try to get it over as much as they can. And uh-oh, is the hole there now?
Yep.
Start.
Yeah.
Ok, Marc, tu fais avec, hein?
Ouais, t'es à la
inside out.
en plus.
Là, doit être
Do that really good.
So I probably need here. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think just
Make that.
just inside this guard. I think use
Roll
that
our
as a
shooter
reference
out of there.
almost. Don't you think?
Right there. Yeah, I'll give the same weight.
Same weight. Yeah, let's go, bud.
Tap that red you can see at the top of the forefoot
Probably throw the same weight.
on the yellow, and it's gone underneath. It might
Probably.
not be shot
Same
rock,
weight,
but
boys. Just catch a pinch more of it.
Yep.
they'd be pretty
Shooter's
happy
gonna
if
go
they
back
can
out
get it
there
down to
again?
Yeah,
1.
get the shooter out, Duke.
I really like the same weight, eh?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay. Just took a little SI. Should be really good.
Yep.
And the audible, Cheryl, I think if you ever overthrew it, you just chip out that back yellow.
Yeah, you've got
It's
pretty good options.
Tough too.
Final stone for Saskatchewan
Hack.
and Kirk Myers.
Close, yep.
Hack, wait.
Gotta go, yes. Way more than the last one. Whoa.
Daniel
10 more
Marsh on the left. Galen Myers on the right. Now he'll try to help this over a little bit. Getting by, touch it back. Oh, and that little spin. That last little spin looks like they are shot stone.
He actually kicked their own on the top, which gave him that spin.
He has made some great game shots.
I think it touches his left red, doesn't it?
I don't know.
They hit it a little thin. Yeah, that's what gave him the spin. Oh, I didn't think he could get shot rock, but he got it so thin.
C'est rouge qui est shot, t'es sûr, là?
Oh, what a great shot.
So now what are they playing? This angle double?
I think they're throwing it away.
No, really?
I don't see a
Really?
shot. Vic.
Okay.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh gosh, yeah, quickly too, to save time. So they'll be forced to take their single.
Oui.
And one it is, one yellow.
One red, right?
I'm just
One red. Yeah.
One red.
One red it is, pardon me. So style for Saskatchewan. I thought they might have that red double on the side.
Not quite.
I think it was jam.
One red. So the steal belongs to Saskatchewan. They're up. Quebec will look to win it with last rock in 10.
Yep. That's the old me. That is before I started working out and taking care of myself. The advice I would give to my former self, I would say, hey, you know, people care about you. You're a special person. Don't give up on yourself. Go to Good Life. Get your butt to the gym. You need it more than you know it.
Wild blueberries. Ever wonder where they come from? Wild blueberry country. These little guys only grow in forest barrens, like those found here in Atlantic Canada. They're never planted, only harvested. That's what wild means. They're better for you, with twice the antioxidants than cultivated blueberries. And they taste better too. Best of all, they're never far away. Year-round fresh. Nature's Wild Blueberries, from Oxford, Nova Scotia.
Dad promised he would teach me how to surf on our trip to Mexico.
Expedia has the most beach destinations all in one place.
3 waves later, I think it was the other way around.
Everything you need to go. Expedia.
So now we'll see if it pays off, that decision not to try anything. Conceding the single to Saskatchewan to give them the lead 7-6. Quebec will have last rock here in 10. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones. And upon further review, and we talked during the break, I was wrong. But you know, I'll admit it.
It's good you can admit it.
I had no shot. They had no shot, and I had none. That's all right.
So it all worked out.
Yeah, it's all fine. There was nothing there.
Juste deux. Un peu down. Yep.
Okay. Luke sending his first corner guard attempt into the rings, allowing Myers to hit it.
Like this. No. What? Let's just get there. Beat him there. You know this, right?
Yep. That's a good line there.
Up 4.
You agree with this? Let's get there, beat him there, get in.
I like going around the center line guard. I do. You know, this is a problem with the 5 rock is I think you need to get there and have them chase, or you end up looking at a couple. So get there first. They're going to have to. Quebec eventually deal with this rock if you put it in a good spot.
They don't blow teams away, do they? 3 or 4 games have been within 1 point. Saskatchewan always seems to play close.
They're a little defensive-minded. Once they've got control, they feel they've got the game won, and they just don't take any chances.
A shot.
Ooh, a little deep.
And just that little bit, just back of the pinhole.
That's not good.
So as you take a look at the game story, I mean, you think about it, look at that 4 put on. Well, full credit Quebec, come back with 3, and then we've traded the singles. Now that's the steal of 1 in 9. And yes, LeMay has brought his numbers up. Kret has brought his numbers up. Kirk Myers, on the other hand, skip for Saskatchewan is at 65%. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Come on!
I would almost put an asterisk by that 4 because that wasn't really Saskatchewan making a bunch of shots. It was Martin Kret.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that.
Right to it. Right to it. 4-shot rock. Sorry, Joe.
No, it's okay. It was Martin Kret he peeled his own shot out that end to give them a chance for the 4.
I got 5 more feet. Good. How much? 2-foot tap.
Whoa.
3-foot tap.
Off, Duke. Let it bust.
4-foot tap.
It's got a curl.
High side.
Whoa.
I'm not sure, boys. This is...
Jeez.
Okay, Dan. Touch it.
A
shot.
Not good at all.
Let's go, Kev. We need you, bud.
Everybody misses shots, but you got to try to, at this late in the game, you got to try to miss the right way. Oh boy, with that perfect freeze, you sink another one.
Yeah, and that's when Saskatchewan took the risk to go around, which I think was a good call, but you had to be top 4.
Well, even their first one too, Cheryl, they put it right in the pin. If they'd been top 8, Quebec freezes your shot rock.
Wow! Yep! Et Bill! Wow, je le wait, Et Bill! Juste le wait.
Faut que j'aille
Yep! Yep, non, pas besoin de curl! Pas besoin de curl! Yep! Go, 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 go,
Around again they come.
Go, go, go!
With Eric Sylvain.
Shot.
And maybe just a little over curl showing a little
What do you think, this?
few grains of granite on that intern side. Let's go over here. Yukon, Manitoba, final 2 stones. One to be played apiece here in a 6-6 tie. And a shot rock right now belongs to Manitoba first, or the last shot to be played by John Solberg.
Well, and that shot that belongs to Manitoba just made by Mike McEwen. A lovely come-around tap back of the buried stone belonging to the Yukon. So for John Solberg, trying to do the exact same thing that Mike McEwen just did.
So come around but tap back, of course,
Has
right?
to,
Okay.
has to get it out of the forefoot.
So get close to his guard. You'll see that guard coming up now. Has to get close to that. Get by that. Oh! Come up, tap it back. Oh, and then he'll roll out into the middle. And so they'll have that for the win.
Best he could do, though, Vic, really. I don't think he could. You let that curl anymore, it jams.
It jams.
And Mike's got a saver. Right now, he doesn't have the saver. He rolls out, he loses.
They are the sitting the 2. Second shot belonging to Yukon, back edge of the 8. A bounce back game of sorts for Manitoba after giving up that game last night, having led Team Wildcard 5-0, and then losing it, of course, in the extra to Brendan Botcher. And it was not a very happy team that left the ice. 9-8 last night was the score. Both teams in Manitoba coming in at 2-1. Botcher's already won his game to go to 3-1. Final stone.
You gotta go.
And you gotta go, boys. They picked him up really fast. They picked him up easily here now. Samogolski and Hudson. Because you gotta hold this stone. Did he get it going? You gotta hold this now. Watch where it goes. It's gotta sit down. Sit down. Oh, it's gonna spill too far. And Yukon is going to steal the win.
Tight guard. Tight guard.
Game point.
3.
John Solberg out of Whitehorse will pick up a 7-6 win. And now both are 2-2. And for 2 straight games, Mike McEwen hangs his head.
3 to 4. Line's good. 3 to 4.
Are you here?
3.
Clean.
The shot's good.
Clean.
I did not think this guard that's going to come into the picture was going to even get over the hog line.
No kidding.
Sit down,
Now,
baby.
the added importance about this game.
down.
Think about it. What's happened here? We've just seen
Curl now. Nice shot.
McEwen and Manitoba dropped to 2 losses.
Good shot, Kevin.
This game, the added importance here for a Myers who's at 2-1 coming in, Brett at 1-2 coming in.
Can you get that yellow with the intern, Cheryl?
I think you can.
Yeah, you don't have to move it a foot. You didn't sweep that red center guard for Saskatchewan.
I want split plus, Mark.
Oh, yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Then you're 2 buried with hammer, which is plenty the way the score is. It's not easy, though, is it?
Good way. Yes.
This has been, Philippe, the intern's been a bit of a struggle.
Hard. I'm spit down. Hard.
Go.
Get it by, they do that.
Go.
Get it by one more? No, not quite. They'll just move it off, open up those 2 stones.
Oh, I don't like where that red guard got put. You can see Saskatchewan looking at the in-off.
That was a big win for Yukon because now they're in this bunch at 2 with Northern Ontario, Team Wildcard. Now Saskatchewan, can they go to 3-1 if they should
Yeah, I think so.
win this? Will
Yeah, you gotta shake
Quebec
that up.
join a big bunch then at 2-2?
Even if you went into like there.
Remembering, of course, top 4 will advance after round-robin play is over on Wednesday.
Yeah, this is big for Saskatchewan, well, for both these teams.
What is that? Boys are thinking guard first or what?
Capstone.
Which one are you trying to hit here?
That's not even crazy, but
Which one are you trying to go
or
into?
like guard.
You're gonna play the same shot.
No, I like the shot.
Yeah, you got. I think you got to take it.
Timeout number 2
Yeah,
for
and then you might have to make
Saskatchewan.
another double the next time.
Right.
Or something.
Yeah. Yeah. This is ideal. This is really good.
There's the two choices.
Or like, sorry, they're both really good, but I think that'll give us a shot too. Okay.
Well, this one you're gonna probably kill this one or no?
Fine. That's fine. Okay, so what do we got to hit here? About a third quarter there. Third.
That's
and
good.
A little thicker into that one.
That's
I like
really
my
good.
outturn. Go for.
That's a
See
disaster.
which one you want to do, right?
This is the one I like. Okay.
And we're talking what?
I like my outturn right
An
here.
inch
Okay.
to 2 inches.
Run up for you. That's right.
So you gotta. I think it's outturn coming here, Cheryl. You gotta miss thicker than thin, right?
Outturn
Yes.
third of a stone. Outturn? Yeah. Nice peel, boys.
Finn,
All
you got
Yep.
your back one.
Run right there for you.
Talked mostly in the opening about how good Kurt made his draws under pressure, but he's known for these. Very clean, square delivery.
Kirk Myers skips stones here in 10. Saskatchewan leads by 1. Get right off. Get right off. Here we go. Come across. Get rid of 1. And shot rock still at the moment. The tying point belongs to Quebec.
Not
Nice
bad, eh?
shot.
Pretty good. Shot, Kirk.
Pretty good. Thanks, bud.
Could have worked out worse. If that curls a little more, it makes the top one but rolls out in the open.
Does he not have enough room, though, Russ, to nose the red? Get both reds to go, or even get that back red?
Like half a rock on the outturn. Yeah, for sure, with the long guard.
And I think both reds will go. Might not remove them, but
Yeah, you can see what? Small half?
oh, it's not as much as I thought you could see.
No, but I think you're right. You could probably hit that dead on with board and sit 3. The hard part's getting that back one far enough, I think.
Yeah, because it's kind of going to be pushing it shot stone across the face, or second shot, whatever it is. Shot, I guess it is, across the face of that back red one.
Yeah, probably a hair high side smarter than nose. Nose, you might not have enough power.
Right.
No, we know he loves that outturn.
Spin up!
Martin Kret. Yes.
Whoa!
Philippe Menard. Now, Sylvain. Get it by. Take it all the way down. Bang. Oh, and he moved it far enough. And they are sitting the 2. 2 only. 2 to win.
You couldn't help but leave a double, but it has to be made still.
It sure does. Gonna watch the jam too. Oh, they barely got by. They're trying to make a curl and it almost wrecked.
It did. What a good shot.
I think I like this double. What do you think?
Yep.
Is it going to jam for us? I don't think so. Like, I got to catch it.
No,
thin.
if you hit it right there, it's not
And
jamming.
that's where I got to hit it, right?
Okay.
Outturn, right there. It won't
Yeah,
curl.
I won't jump this one.
It'll run straight up. Hit about 1/8 of it.
Okay.
This long guard is slightly in the peripheral here, but to
Just
get
an
it
easy peel, or?
there and you go with your 90 degree, it could just slide past that red one. That's the secret, because if you don't get past the red one,
Don't peel
then
it.
this yellow over here comes into play for Quebec.
See enough there,
Lots of
Kirk?
time.
Yeah, they're just reminding him as the clock ticks down at 1:20 presently. There is that center guard. Long it is, just barely over the hog line.
Oh, that's almost in the way. You could throw a little less weight here and have it curl past that guard.
So final stone, Saskatchewan. They lead by 1.
Not quite peel.
Quebec with last round.
Quiet peel.
Kirk Myers got 1. Oh, gosh, get by. Got to come over. Going to get it? Sure do.
Brilliant.
First shot.
And they back it up, and there they are. They're sitting the shot rock. Ooh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Deep breath.
Gave him the double back, but I mean, it's pretty thin, right?
Nice shot, bud. Almost could have went
Good
thicker.
if it ever ticks that red one, Cheryl has hit this for the 2.
And was it close?
And good call, line call by Kevin Marsh. You got it? Yeah, you got it.
I think the thin doubles there.
Yeah. Yeah, a little thinner.
Ouais.
So timeout been called now, second
Sinon,
for
il y a une,
Quebec.
elle va descendre un peu aussi. Tu as peut-être plus de chance avec l'angle.
D'habitude, c'est le out qui descendrait plus dans la roche.
Mais le out va être tough, je pense, Mark. Ah non, je te laisse gérer ça, il n'y a pas de trouble.
This is a tough one, Vic, because you've got a hit for the tie, or you've got a thin double for the win.
On joue ça normal, Phil?
Comme tu veux, Mark.
Again, remember there is that long guard that's just over the hog line, right on the center line. So they're actually coming through a hole as well.
On pogne ça.
Faut pogner 1/5.
What are you playing here,
Selon
Cheryl?
moi, ça couvrira pas épais.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I'm taking the double.
you think you're going, but now again, think about this. You know, you've seen, you've peeked over. You're seeing the other scores. You have a danger if you're Quebec. If you don't make it, you're going down to 1 and 3.
But you might not get another chance. You take your one. You don't have hammer. I think if he knows this spot in the ice and is confident with it, it is his out turn.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
So play it.
Yeah, I think so. Your odds of winning in the extra end are who knows what, 20%, something like that. So.
And he can slide this first stone underneath his own, can he?
Yes, just. If he takes out his own, he's missed the back one by hitting it too thin.
So trying the double. He played the in at this.
Intern.
He played the in at this. Here we go, coming through, staying with it. Can he slide it underneath and make the double? No. Oh, he touched it, and it will be the steal of 1 by Saskatchewan. That one at the back, and they will win it. Martin then took the chance, and it didn't pay off. And so Saskatchewan, with the win, make the final 8-6. Now go to 3-1, 1 and 3 for Quebec, and he played the intern and went across the top of the second stone. Martin Kret watched it all the way. Did he have it? No. And Saskatchewan, yes, they had it as the coaches shake hands. Saskatchewan picks up the win. Yeah, they're among the leaders now, and now Mike McEwen playing at home, his hometown here in Brandon, answering the questions of what has gone wrong now for a second straight game. Because look at this, Saskatchewan moves to 3-1. Yukon and Manitoba now at 2-2. And remember, it's the top 4 teams that will advance to the championship pool starting on Thursday. High fives, low fives.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it. By Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Well, a little time now to catch our breath. Back with you at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Teams in Pool B, what a game tonight. Both undefeated, two-time defending champion Team Canada Brad Gushue against Kevin Cooey and Alberta. When we join you again, what a day it's been so far. More to come tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as we continue with our coverage. The Tim Hortons Brier from Brandon on Canada Sports Leader, TSN. Sports Center is next.